let's see how you did that. But that's the difference between...
And we all learning. We all learning from him.
That's the way you be regular or you be a big baller status. Big baller ain't about dude walking around with all the jewelry on his neck and throwing out money. That ain't it. The big baller is the mindset up here. And once you have that, that allows you to be free from all this stuff and be successful on the way that you want to be.
This is the Black Tony Robbins.
Yeah. No.
Think about it.
No. See, that's what they like to say. You the Black Tony Robbins, because Tony Robbins is the only white man you know, and you can visualize that. He ain't nothing like me. He don't even have the personality I have.
And he ain't got kids who are successful.
He can't touch this, so we not the same. Oh, LaVar's like, Michael Jackson's dad. No, he got 5 singers. I got 3 basketball players. He's like Venus and Serena dad. No, they're tennis players and they girls. He like Tiger Woods dad. No, Tiger Woods dad was in the army is shooting up folks and he's a golfer. That's nothing like me. But if y'all call me crazy, I'm in the right spot. Because anybody that step outside that lane is crazy. If LaVar's not with his boys, ain't no LaVar. See, that's where you got it twisted. If it ain't no LaVar, then it ain't no boys. What do you think they just popped out and was all-stars? And they babies.
They came from your nutsack right there.
Me and my wife. But even if they come, you could have kids that's big or whatever. It don't matter. But if you do not put the time, there's a lot of kids that come out big. If you don't put the time in, I gotta put that time in. I gotta put that determination. I gotta put that work ethic. I gotta put that in there. If they see me being lazy and my wife being lazy, they're gonna be lazy.
Rapaziada, esse aqui, ó, this is Big Baller right here.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
LaVar Ball, straight from Chino Hills, California.
Talk to him.
But South Central LA raised.
Born and raised in South Central LA. That's why I told him, don't rub me the wrong way.
Right, we thought you were from Compton.
You think I'm from Chino Hills, I'm going to be soft. No, I'll break your neck. I'm from the hood. I just live in Chino Hills with these swimming pools and these pretty hills.
Right.
But I'm violent.
But you came from King Boulevard and...
Western and King, baby. That's where
Western
I came from.
King.
Raised on Western and King.
I mean, you grew up in a time where there were a lot of racism back then in the 70s.
Man,
and not really.
Hey, here's the thing. It's always going to be racism. They just hide it a little better these years. But it's always racism. There ain't nothing new.
In my country, racism, I always say, is a way for people to envy you. Like, if they're racist to you, they want to be you. They want to have what you have or something.
That's normal. I can see that. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So, today's interview, we flew all the way from Brazil. I'm very thankful.
That's big baller status apparatus. Man. You fly. Usually everybody coming to interview me from LA, coming around the corner. I give you a shirt, you put it on out.
And this right here, and it looks like the Rio de Janeiro colors. The summer vibe.
That's why we call it the Rio.
Oh, that's the Rio. Oh, okay. You got it.
That's our Rio shirt right there, man. But see, we had to be making that for this to all plan together. See how everything, I'm just so lucky. I get a Rio shirt because I like the colors and stuff, and then I get a dude from
Rio de Janeiro.
I got the Rio right here.
And I'm wearing Big Baller.
Hey, and you know what the double R mean? Rio. Just like a Rolls Royce. It's got to be the best.
Hell yeah. And I just bought a Rolls Royce last week.
That's what I'm talking.
Hell
Come
yeah.
on. Big Ballers got to stick together.
Hell yeah. But the whole idea for me to fly to America and interview with LaVar Ball, LaVar Ball turned hate into a lot of success for him and his kids.
Yeah, most definitely.
People were hating on you in 2017, 2018. Like, the media was shitting on you. And you kept your cool and you kept going. And the other thing, you're a goddamn good businessman. And 3, all the people who are hating on you, they wish they had successful kids who were on drugs, not doing cocaine, and making money for themselves.
Right.
At 18. Especially nowadays, there's a whole wave of kids going back home to live with their parents and all of that. I mean, all your 3 kids are millionaires, right?
Right, most definitely.
My first question to you is all right, there are a lot of parents watching us right now.
Right.
How to raise big baller kids?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. All the kids that are born are big ballers already. It's what you put into them. If you spend the time with them and make them understand certain values, you're a big baller right there. A big baller ain't just nobody who make all this money. It's a mindset. You know, if you're a big baller, man, you want to be successful, you're going to have work ethic and drive to get you to whatever you want to do. So you could be a big baller at making umbrellas, be a big baller at basketball, sports, or whatever. Here's the thing. If you do not have your kids, they're not 6'9", 6'10", and you have to put them in sports, give them an education. I ain't saying don't do education.
Right.
But I'm doing it my way, which is my wife is big, I'm big, the genes we have, we love basketball, we love sports. Why not make the best athletes? So we putting all this time being athletic. I didn't say, hey, let's go spend time at the library. I want to make you I want to make you a doctor or a lawyer. I have the world's best library.
So you planned ahead.
Planned way ahead.
So like your vision, we're talking about vision off camera, but like your vision was, I want to have my 3 kids in the NBA.
Right.
And you made it.
Right. I already know how to make people big, fast, and strong. That's how you get to the NBA. But you also got to have a skill level, a talent. I never told my boys, when you get to the 19, 20 years old, you're going to have all this money, because that wasn't the drive for it. Okay, my boys in high school were driving BMWs and Escalades to high school. And that's before we even get to the NBA.
Oh, so you're already rich then?
I'm already well off. I have my own business, Big Ballers Training. I'm training kids.
Okay.
Hey, we already got the fancy cars, the fancy house, and all that stuff.
Way ahead.
Way ahead of this. So now my son is talented as heck, but coming from Chino Hills, so you can't do him like you do the regular kid that's from the ghetto who needs something. Now I'll give you a free pair of shoes. You're like, oh, you gave me these shoes free. Hey, you gave my dad $10,000.
Which is illegal
to
for
play
recruiting.
on this team.
Which is illegal for recruiting.
So you can't, if you see my son driving up in BMWs already, how you going to offer him anything? They like, we already got this without that. So that's why I never was caught up in, pay my son this much so he can play.
Yes, but at least in my country, when the dad is well off, the kids are soft. I'm sure it happens in America too.
Well, come on. Yeah, listen to this. Why are my kids not soft? Because I'm not from Chino Hills to be soft. They live in Chino Hills,
but
with
they're
a South Central
mindset.
mentality. I don't have to take them to the hood and say, hey, this is not where you want to be, son. These kids fight all the time. They steal. They do this. And I don't need to take you out there. But my mom and dad still live out there, so I take you out there to see it, to show you how well off you are out here. And then put in that mindset. My boys are light-skinned, pretty eyes, pretty boys, but they will beat the hell out of you.
They got that South Central inside them, like
that's
that
where they
toughness,
got that drive and all
grit,
that.
drive, toughness.
They have all that. But they also have the other side, which is they can get along with anybody, whether it be with the richest kids or the poorest kids, and they treat them all the same.
White, black, Chinese, Brazilian.
Man, my boys are the only ones ever, listen to me, only ones ever that's superstar status that's black and white. Jordan, all black. LeBron, all black. Luka, all white. But you get the Ball boys. The mama's white, the daddy's black. We get along with everybody.
You're right.
Watch how big this is.
I mean, Blake Griffin was kind of like that, but Blake Griffin...
The mentality ain't like us. You Blake Griffin and your father's... You don't have a brand. So you're just a father. Good job, Dad. That's it. Now you out the picture. You can't push me out the picture on the fact that I'm successful and I keep growing. So you're going to keep talking about it.
All right, I want to know how that was started. Like, how can a kid from South Central LA... a
kid from South Central LA don't live like this.
Right.
They don't even make it out like that.
Your success as a dad...
Yes.
...comes from your dad and your mom's success as parents. What did they teach you, man?
It taught me that I did not want to work like them.
Okay. So what did they do? They work for the city?
They work 9 to 5, whatever they do.
So my parents.
That's a 9 to 5. That's not bad, but that's not what I want.
You don't want to be like anyone else.
I always looked at this. We do all the running and jumping and catching touchdowns in the shoes and doing everything, and we don't own anything. But yet we make everything, but we don't own nothing. So I said, when I finish with my boys, we're going to be the first. We was the first ones ever to come into the NBA with our own brand. So you can say what you want about my brand, saying it's raggedy as hell, or it's the best, or whatever you want to say about it is fine. But I'm in the race. I have a brand, whether it be the best one or the worst one. It's there.
Equity,
and now people talk about, I told them we just started. Here it is, 2021. We still talking about Big Baller Brand, and people are like, oh, I thought Big Baller Brand was done. How? The only way it can be done is not if my boys stop, it's if I stop. Y'all don't get it. I don't need my boys to promote this or whatever. There's a lot of other kids and people coming out that want to wear the Big Baller brand. I have not approached them yet because I focus on my boys first. Each one of my boys, I'm the baddest sucker on 2 feet. Lonzo came in the league, youngest ever to have a signature shoe. Okay, that's history.
Wait, your high school class of 85, 86?
Yes, I'm 85.
Class of 85.
Yes.
When did it hit you that, like, I don't want to be like my mom and my dad, work that 9 to 5, and work for someone else? Like, when, like, all right, I'm LaVar Ball, and I'm going to be a businessman, a big baller businessman. Like, when did it click?
That clicked for me, man, probably when I was probably 18.
Oh, so you wasn't when you were in high school, in the white school?
No,
and like,
no, when I was in high school, this is what I did. I just played all the sports to get all the girls to say, oh, I love that light-skinned boy with the green eyes. Yes, but I was good at every sport. That's all
football?
I did. I didn't really focus.
So you were a defensive end?
I played
tight
end, quarterback, receiver, whatever. I played it all, and you play all these things because I'm just so talented at all that.
All right.
I made it onto a practice squad with the pros in the World League and also with
NFL,
the NFL with the Jets, with the Carolina Panthers. I didn't play no college football. 270 pounds running a 4.5.
Wait. You didn't play college football and you still made it to practice squad.
Where nobody's saying LaVar.
World Football League
Yes.
with like kids.
Just
Like
natural
Kurt
talent.
Warner played in the World Football.
Yeah.
Like guys who were like made it to the Hall of Fame. And
I use sports like this. It wasn't like I was did Pop Warner football when I was little. I didn't play high school sports competitively until I was in the 10th grade.
Why not? Your parents? Oh, because
my mom and dad wasn't like that. They wasn't like that.
But you were very
working.
athletic.
They was just working, and they wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna take you to basketball practice. I'm gonna take you to football practice.
What is their profession?
My dad actually he worked with the sheriffs.
Okay.
And then he did bodyguard work for Sylvester Stallone and some people.
Oh, wow.
And then he did a little, little cameos and stuff in little movies and stuff.
So
like
you're
that.
connected to the story since
well, I'm not even
you were very
really
little.
connected to him because I don't really hey, how you doing? Sly, Rocky, all that stuff.
You actually met him when you were little.
Yeah. My dad we used to babysit their kids. Come over to the hood.
And it was like when Sly was Rocky, like
Yes.
you were 10 years old. It was at the
Mr.
peak.
T, we met all those people, man. But I was never in all these people. Like I just love sports, whether it be just playing. And my dad's philosophy was like, man, you want to own the team, so you want to be the smartest guy in the book so you can own the team. And I'm like, I don't want to own the team because I like to play.
At that time, you wanted to play for a team as an employee.
Yeah.
And
but
then
they just talking.
At 18, you're like, I want to be a boss.
They just talking like that because they think that's the right thing to say as parents, but they don't put you in a situation that allows you to do that. Sounds good when you talk about it, you don't make nothing happen now. Like my mom and dad and them, they look at it and they kind of in awe, like, damn, our son is a millionaire. You got 7 kids, and I'm the only one that's a millionaire. And I'd say, hey, millions ain't nothing. I'm trying to get to billions. So before they die, they see these things happening. It's just in awe how many people come up to me and like, oh my God, that's our son. So they're super proud. And then to be able to say, oh, as you get older, you like to conversate about everything because people, 80, 90, they walk by you.
Right.
But when young people get involved with you because they know who you are, now they'll strike up a conversation. My mom and dad will be somewhere and they'll be like, oh, you're LaVar's dad, LaVar's mom. And they have 3 boys and then they get to talking. Oh yeah, my grandson plays at North Carolina and my other one plays at the Pelicans and my other one's over here overseas. And it's just a big story. But they're so proud of all the grandkids. But my mom and dad have over 20-something grandkids.
Wow.
And they only talk about 3 of them. Because you really only talk about 3. Why? Because only 3 of them are noteworthy of talking about. They're all in the league, and those are my boys. And I remember having them play when they were little, and my mom and dad and them would come to the games and said, man, you shouldn't do that to them, LaVar. Because Lonzo was in the 3rd grade, Jello was in the 2nd grade, and Melo was in kindergarten. So now I got them 3rd, 2nd, and kindergarten playing against middle schoolers who were in the 8th and 9th grade. And we was beating them.
Wait, you're working them hard.
Yeah,
like,
my mom and dad was like, that's too high. You don't have them up that high before you can get them hurt. You do things your way. Let me do things my way. And now to see where my boys at now, they was like, that shit worked. How the hell did he do that?
So what you did in Lithuania to put them as teenagers to play against grown men, professional men who were playing the EuroLeague,
yes,
you did it 10 years earlier.
Wow, yes. But look at your Ricky Rubios and
Tony Parker.
all those guys. overseas playing on these professional teams when they're young over here and then come to America. Wow. It doesn't go reverse. It don't go be in America and then come overseas and play young.
Yeah,
why can't you do that?
You open a whole market, and now there are people going to Australia now and play instead of going one and done in the NBA.
Here's the thing why you can't do what I do. You can't go to another country if you don't have any money. Where's all the talent come from?
From the hood.
The hood. They don't have no passports. They don't know where they're going to stay. Now, if I got a brand and Facebook following me everywhere I go, hey, y'all pay for all that, let's go over there and hey, now my boys finna live over here. And they don't have to go to high school to study Spanish, English, chemistry, and all they're doing is waking up practicing sometimes. Yes.
At the senior years, homeschool.
But here's the thing, even you were homeschooled for a minute, but here's the thing. If you could focus on basketball the whole time and you're trying to make it to the pros, why does Melo need to know the
chemistry,
the logarithm for some mathematics that he never gonna use?
Right.
So I'm gonna get my boys started in an early profession, and that's what people didn't understand. They were like, "Oh, you're snatching them out of school. They're missing the prom, and they're missing just being life." And what? Now,
who go to the prom,
here's the thing I love right here in Chino Hills. You look to the left or the right, and you see a nice car, and most of the time, it's either me or my sons in it. And I love watching everybody saying, "Oh, my son's trying to get a job over here, and my other one's in college, and this, and all my boys is already millionaires. They're out the house."
Oh yeah, you showed me that. You showed me that house right there.
Hey, see the driveway right there? That means Jello's house. He just bought that.
Yeah, I see it. Man, that's a big ass house.
So it's not like this.
How old is he? He's like 22.
22 years old. Bought him a mansion around the corner from me.
And that's the kid who's not in the league.
That's the one that's not in the league.
The poor kid.
Yeah, the one they say is a bust and all this. Jello do what he want. Why? Because he has a brand, G3, under the Big Baller brand. Jello does his thing, man. But he's going to make it to the league with his brothers and watch this show. It's going to be amazing. Damn. All three ball boys on the same team.
So you went to Cal State, LA.
I went to Cal State, LA, yeah.
You played basketball in college or not? No.
Yeah, I only played basketball in college.
You don't play football?
I didn't play no
and
football.
And then all of a sudden it clicked, hey, I wanna try out for the NFL.
Well, they came and saw me. I was playing in the basketball league. And then when you on the basketball court, I'm easy to spot. Because you got a tall guy who's skinny. You got little short guys. And then you got I was the one that was swole. The jersey was fitting tight and just athletic. 6'6", running and jumping like the wind. So now they say, oh, you want to play some football? I said, yeah, that's fine. I was in a basketball league, and the guy saw me from the New York Jets. Was like, you play tight end, defensive end, either one, man. I said, I don't care. As long as you're going to pay me $180,000, I'm good.
Wow.
So I'm gone.
And then you were in the same Jets. Do you remember anybody who was famous in the Jet squad back then?
Then when I was back then, man, it was Johnny Mitchell. Okay. Boomer Esiason was the quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I ended up, getting a little year of experience. And just when I thought everything was good, they fired Pete Carroll. That's the guy who liked me.
USC and
So when they
Seahawks.
fired Pete Carroll, they brought in Rich Kotite.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I learned how to do the tight end stuff, so I'm coming back next year. But Rich Kotite drafted this dude named Kyle Brady out of Penn State, tight end.
Who played for the Patriots, the white tight end.
Yes.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Man, come on. I run circles around him. But if I play in front of him and they drafted this dude in the top, everybody getting fired. So that's how the political game is.
It's political game.
But my tight end coach went to the Panthers, and that's how I got over there for a season.
Okay, when the Panthers just started.
They just started in 95.
95.
Kerry Collins and Don Capers was the head coach.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm over there for that time. And by the time I done did the money I got from there and the money I got from the Panthers, I said, I'm good. I don't need to play no more. I don't need to do nothing. I got enough money to buy a house in Chino Hills.
Wait, but that was like a couple $100,000.
That's all I needed. My house only cost $180 back then. I bought that house worth $1 million now.
Oh, the other house that we saw before.
The white one.
Yeah, the white one.
Yes, I get that to my brother. He stays over there now. They think he look like me. They think I'm there.
You pay $180.
$180, worth $1 million now.
That's a good investment, man.
Yeah, I ain't selling, so I don't care.
Damn, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care about
that's gonna be a ball museum.
Hey, it probably will be, but I got it. It's mine. So
like
how we do it.
You were living off your NFL earnings when you were in your 20s, early 30s.
So here's the thing.
What happened
If you're already a house, I want to do something after I come back from playing football. I have a passion of training.
Right.
So I have my own training. Big Ballers Training. Guess what? I don't go
Oh, Big Ballers Training came before Big Baller Brand. Okay.
Yes. So now, but check this out. I'm training these kids. Okay, you come to the house for training. So let's say you're in high school, okay, and you want shooting lessons or dribbling lessons to get faster and stronger. So you come to me, and you pay me $50, $60 an hour.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but I make you go against my boys, and my boys are only in the 3rd and 4th grade as you're playing against them, and as you're running with them, as you're doing pull-ups with them.
Oh, so you're basically getting paid to train your own kids.
Boys, yes, against your boys that's way 5 and 6 and 7, 8 years older than my boys. So guess what?
So you're getting paid to develop their mental toughness and their physical game?
I'm training 10, 15 kids at a time with my boys. And then other times I'm training on the hour. So 2 or 3 kids will come. I have them play 3-on-3 against my 3 boys. Then the next hour, 3-on-3 again. Next hour, 3-on-3 again.
They don't get tired?
My boys how they going to get tired if they keep whooping that ass? Now, if you want to run the mile and you give me a lap ahead of you, the person behind going to be tired, but the one in front, I'm going to be good. I'm going to lap ahead. I ain't going to get tired. I'm ahead of you a whole lap. So what I'm saying is, as long as they keep winning, they looking for the next victory. They're like, man, I want to play the next tree. I want to play the next tree. And they're getting better as they doing it. Out of all the kids I trained, my 3 boys, super successful. Why? Consistency. All those years of training. Get to the pros.
When did you start training him? How old was Lonzo when you first got him? Like, hey, you're going to be an NBA star.
When they came out the womb, their last name is Ball. What else you think going to happen? You're going to ball
on day one.
From day one. From me picking my wife. You know, a lot of little cuties about this big and pretty. When you get a tall one that's got the same mindset as me, that's jovial and playful and outgoing and athletic, man, I can't lose. She fine,
that's like
smart.
Breeding. Like they do it with animals, you did with humans.
Yes.
Pretty much.
No, pretty much it is what it is. Don't be mad at me. You know, folks be like, man, oh, you gotta find your spirit. You know, you go find a spirit. I'm gonna go get this one and make it my spirit.
How tall is your wife?
6'1".
Which is very tall for a woman. You're 6'7". 6'6". Both basketball players.
Yes.
So while regular parents were going to the park and to the movies, y'all were going to the basketball gym.
Yes.
And maybe watch the Lakers. Did you take your kids to the Lakers? No.
I ain't got to do all that. I ain't got to take them nowhere.
And the forum the forum didn't exist. It was already
I'm not worried about how they playing in the pros. I'm doing one step at a time. I'm making this the best thing ever.
Okay.
So I'm putting them in my league. I know how to play fast. I'm from the hood. We play like we're from the city. Throw that ball in front and let's run.
Even though you're from the suburbs, the white neighborhood,
I brought that style out here.
That
style was here. Why do you think the boys were so successful in high school? Playing that way, which is not taught out here. And the only way you can play that way, you got to bully the program. I'm the bully.
Oh, so you're the kind of guy who went in the head of the coaches and the athletic director and the assistant coach.
There you go. All that.
You be that. Oh my goodness, I hate that kind of parent.
But when you make that talent so good,
that parent that was sitting right behind the bench.
No, I don't sit behind the bench.
Running their mouth. No,
don't sit behind the bench. Can't do that. That's for a guy who ain't got no control. You behind the bench. Here's the thing: when they had the school, the home session was over here, and the bench is right here.
Right.
I go sit on the visitor side, so I'm on the floor, in the front. And then they changed the home side to where I was sitting from now on. I stayed right here.
Okay.
But once I put all 3 of my boys there, I have complete control of the team. On the fact that you can tell them what to do, and I tell them what to do, and 60% of the team do what I say. Then the other 2 got to fall in line.
So were you? I mean, I don't follow this whole thing, but like were you a coach? Or you were never a coach, like a high school coach?
I coached. I never was a high school coach. It's too easy. I did my own AAU team with my boys, coach my style.
Travel, okay.
So I ain't even got to travel. I stay here in Anaheim and Ontario. I get so good whooping everybody's ass and talking so much shit that you got to come to the place to test me. So I ain't got to go nowhere. Cause they be like, I think I could beat that team. And when you come out here to play me, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Next.
So wait. Running your mouth was part of your strategy.
Well, I'm going to run my mouth because that's what I do. Don't get mad at me. That's what brilliant. I do. Ain't no goddamn strategy.
Hey, guess who runs the mouth in Brazil?
Yes, man.
but so many people hate. I mean, sometimes it's like I mean, I'm used to it, but sometimes it gets a bit. I'm like, oh man,
But
maybe they're right. The haters are right.
No, the haters can't be right, man. Here's the thing: if you don't have no haters, you ain't doing nothing because they really don't care. That's the way you look at that, and it's like this: you're not even trying to satisfy the haters because you don't even have to say one of my hats. I told you so. If you believe in what you're doing, man, and the way you're living right now, and you know what you're about, you don't worry about the outside noise. I don't go home and be like, you know what, these haters said this. Maybe they, like you said, you don't have to ever think of that. I mean, let me tell you this, and you can do this with percentages. Take somebody who not playing football, basketball, and is 30-something years old,
right,
and doing what you're doing. It's very slim, very slim. But people want to do like you, man. Fuck the dude, I don't like him. Yeah, I know you got a hater.
The hate is a form of admiration.
But
I mean,
the hate is going to come regardless because you're not going to please everybody. You're not going to please everybody.
You don't give a fuck.
Why would you? If let's say this, if I said something bad about you and it stopped you from traveling, you might have to rethink that. But if it don't stop you from doing whatever you can, whether I said I don't like you or whatever, man, you're like, whatever, keep on. You're going to do something else, a podcast the next week. Ain't going to stop you. As long as people can't stop you doing from what you have a passion to do, it doesn't matter. But you're not going to make everybody happy and you ain't going to make everybody sad. So what I'm saying with you're something special on the fact that you and Chino Hills to get an interview with me.
Hell yeah.
Now,
I'm thankful.
The other person, let me tell you.
It's not an interview. This is a mentorship. I learned so much from you in the past hour.
Here's other people. Hey, can we call him? Can we do a Zoom? You way beyond all that. You said, man, let me go meet this man. That's big baller style. Like, I don't care what none of you. I'm gone. But it's the COVID. We can't go. I'll find a way.
I'll find a way. And I'll bring my Brazilian crew here too.
Let's see how you did that. But that's the difference between...
And we all learning. We all learning from him.
That's the way you be regular or you be big baller status. Big baller ain't about dude walking around with all the jewelry on his neck and throwing out money. That ain't it. The big baller is the mindset up here. And once you have that, that allows you to be free from all this stuff and be successful on the way that you want to be.
This is the Black Tony Robbins.
Yeah. No.
Think about it.
No. See, that's what they like to say. He the Black Tony Robbins because Tony Robbins is the only white man you know and you can visualize with that. He ain't nothing like me. He don't have the personality I have.
And he ain't got kids who are successful.
He can't touch this, so we not the same. Oh, LaVar's like, Michael Jackson's dad. No, he got 5 singers. I got 3 basketball players. He's like Venus and Serena dad. No, they're tennis players and they girls. He like Tiger Woods dad. No, Tiger Woods dad was in the army and shooting up folks and he's a golfer. That's nothing like me. But if y'all call me crazy, I'm in the right spot. Because anybody that step outside that lane is crazy. If you don't do the regular thing where everybody's taught to do all that thing, you're crazy. But that's cool with me.
Hey, you made me think of something. Like, guys like Tony Robbins be telling people what to do.
Right.
Thousands of people that he never heard about it. Mm-hmm. He goes up on stage. However, what about their kids? You don't hear about the kids of these people, these motivational people, people who are being like telling people what to do.
Right.
You start at home.
Right.
Like that's the best example you can ever have.
Right. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking the other day, like, who's the biggest musician of all time?
Michael Jackson.
I was going to say Michael Jackson too until a friend of mine, I think it was you, he was, he's like Bob Marley. I'm like, Bob Marley? Think about it. Bob Marley sang about love and good things. Mm-hmm. And he got, like, so many wives and, like, 30 kids. And the kids kept his legacy alive. 40 years later, we keep talking about Bob Marley and his kids and their business in Jamaica. And I'm like, yeah. Like, there was never, like, a controversy in the media about, like, him raping kids or whatever and all of that. It was all about one love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, I think Bob Marley could be bigger than Michael Jackson. What do you think about it,
But you can't. Okay. He can't be bigger than Michael Jackson.
Why?
Because Michael Jackson got them other folks behind him pushing his brand. But it's not even his brand. What I mean by that is, Michael Jackson, we love you. We're going to take you to London. We're going to take you to Belgium. We're going to take you to Germany.
Right.
Bob Marley too small. We're not taking you all over there. The glitz and glamour makes all the other folks, the white folks, be like, hey, to put Michael is such a big thing. Neverland. Because they want to build you so high so they can break your ass down. So now they say, oh, Mike, we made you, and we broke your ass down at the same time. But now we saying, oh, he's sleeping with kids and this and that. Now you got all these goddamn rumors going on. Now he buying all the elephant bones and all this stuff. They got him doing all. But it's what the narrative is, what they want to do for you. And that's why you had Prince go from the Prince to the symbol. And
the symbol. He was the man formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, because he was making all that money and had to own nothing. So he said, I got to stop this stuff. And just when he started doing that other stuff, understanding and streaming and all that, owning everything, that's when he blew up. Because everything else, where he had the tattoos or the tears and all that stuff, say, I ain't working for them no more.
Did their mistakes teach you something about you and your brand?
No. They ain't going to teach me nothing.
You never learn from
I ain't learned nothing
other
from
people's
nobody.
mistakes. For example,
Nope.
I mean...
They're not doing what I'm doing, that's why. How can I learn from them if they're not doing what I'm doing?
Who'd you learn from?
Me. I can look at things and learn for myself. I can say, hey, here's the thing. You got fire coming up in here, and it's burn your hand. I can sit over here and say, yo, that heat is coming out, it's hot. I don't need to go over there and test it. But I can go over there and see how good my resistance is to it. Where it's like, do you want to try that or not? You know, it's very easy to make a decision. Well, the way they got things now on the computer, you can Google anything you want to learn, I guess, do.
You don't need to go to college.
You don't need to go to college. You really need to, if you have a passion to do something, man, and you happen to do an internship, let's say you want to put these cameras together. If you got a guy, you don't need to go to school.
Go on YouTube.
You can go on YouTube, learn how to work this camera and start doing it, and then go to somebody who knows about it and say, yo, can I hang out with you? You ain't got to pay me. I just want to hang out with you.
Like him with you.
And learn how to do these
right?
things, man. Come on.
And I'm sure your kids learn how to do music through something like that too. So YouTube,
Man, just
they got a studio out there.
But here's they got a studio out there because I put that studio over there on the fact they was doing stuff in LA and they charging you for the studio. So why not create your own? So now
Hour drive,
dude. You ain't got to have an
babe,
hour drive. You upstairs, downstairs.
right
when
there.
I show it to you, you're gonna be like, man.
Wait, you got all the equipment, the microphones,
all
and
that stuff.
the keyboards.
Yeah. Ain't
Oh,
no really
shit.
cool stuff. I'm gonna show you that, and it's like I made it for them because Lonzo and Jello and Melo, they can rap when they come home. Right now, but you don't have to pay nobody. That's your stuff. That's your stuff. You might get 3 o'clock in the morning and you might come up with something. You ain't like, oh, you got 2 hours of it trying to create some music, and people are like, okay, studio time's up. Next guys come in.
Oh yeah, because there's
Man,
somebody who just
It's
booked the
in LA,
stadium.
but
They
come on, my boys get creative, do whatever they want. Why? 'Cause I build that over there for them. So you need your own studio.
Yeah, you never talked about that in the media.
I don't do rapping. And all
What
that
about
stuff.
like? I mean, you always talk about your kids' athleticism and the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the creativity goes along with that somehow?
Well, I think creativity goes with anything. You could be creative and you can make like let's just say you make this part right here. But if somebody want to be creative to make the stem, this right here, powder coating. I mean, how far your creativity goes, that's on you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is the boys, if you singing growing up, getting ready for games, you're rapping to every song to get hyped up. You love the music.
You got your playlist right there.
Lonzo never went to school. He
Get in the zone. What was he listening to back then?
They listen
To get hyped.
Me coming from South Central.
Ooh, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg.
You're gonna listen
Tupac.
to Ice Cube, Tupac.
The Game.
Yes, but you're gonna listen to them. But then
Nate Dogg.
You're gonna listen to the guys who's big too.
Who else?
And then the guys who's big, 50 Cent. And my coldest dude just died. I used to listen to him all the time. DMX.
DMX.
Yeah, man, he get you. Man, he cuffing it, man. That dude was cold. He was cold.
What about your time? What were you listening to when you were growing up?
My thing, like I said, I'm listening to man,
NWA.
Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't know nothing about.
We're from Brazil. I mean, yeah.
You know, I listen to EPMD. I listen to Ice Cube, NWA, E40.
That's the hyphy movement from the Bay. Like
you got E40. You got the one
Mac
that
Drake.
everybody was really tripping off was that was good, but he kept saying bitch all the time, and that was if you
Too short.
Too short. Yeah, too short.
What's my favorite word?
Yep.
Bitch.
Yep. So those are the things. I'm way ahead of you guys by 20-something years. So, so the stuff I'm listening to back there, I listen to Redman, and it's a lot of stuff. You don't know nothing. Redman and Method Man, two different ones. You don't know Dub C. Dub C was cold. He was with the one with the Gangsta Nation.
Did you listen to white people music, anything but hip hop?
Hell, man, come on.
No.
Shoot. Didn't I tell you I got bussed out to the Valley?
Oh yeah,
hey, man,
white school.
I listened to AC/DC, Journey, Madonna, Sydney
just
Lauper,
a small town girl.
the Go-Go's.
Don't stop believing.
You don't know, man. Come on, man.
When you listen to that 80s rock,
I was the only boy in the hood with a skateboard this wide.
Oh man!
Because all the white folks out there in the Valley had this big wide skateboards. I got those.
So do you know who Tony Hawk is?
I know who Tony Hawk is. Yeah, but I learned from being out there. Everybody's gonna go to the skateboard in the pool, or everybody's gonna go surfing. And people didn't know I knew how to windsurf and surf. I learned.
Oh hell no!
Yes.
Big like that, black like that, surfing.
Hey, I was in high school.
With the white
I was
people.
in a ski club. Yeah.
You used to go to Big Bear.
Follow that girl anywhere.
Oh, for the girls.
Hey, I'm going. Oh. They said, God did a LaVar, man. I'm versatile. I do it all. So I'm saying I like different types of music and stuff like that.
So
from Sade to all that. So it's not like you can. Aerosmith has some nice songs I like. I used to brothers listen to John Cicada.
Hell no.
I listen to John Cicada. I like him. But the different types of music and different times. I can't listen to rap for 24/7.
Hey,
sometimes you want to calm down. I
relate to you so much because
some stuff with no words in it, just jazz, the musical stuff.
Kenny G.
Man, you can do.
You know about Kenny G?
Yeah, you don't know nothing about foreplay.
Well, I don't know about foreplay.
Hey, check foreplay, and then you will understand what I'm talking about.
Hey, the only foreplay I know is what I do with the girls back in Russia.
He's a freaky guy, but when you put that other foreplay on,
Lithuania.
Oh my God, this is lovely. Foreplay, check it out, man.
Hey, I relate to that because, as I told you, I immigrated to America when I was 15. And there I was, a black kid who didn't speak English.
Right.
But he was Latino too, but he liked white music.
Right.
So I got along with the black kids because I'm black and I was in the football team. And then the next season was soccer season and I was, órale, güey, ¿cómo estás, güey?
Right.
Con los mexicanos. And the spring season was the white boys in the volleyball team. So I was listening to Blink-182, E40, and Los Tigres del Norte. However, it gave me a identity crisis because, the black kids didn't tell. You can say the word nigga because you're not black. You're not Latino because you're too dark for us. The white music, you're surf, but like, look at the way you dress, look at the way you look. So I kind of felt empty when I was a teenager, you know? Did you feel that way going to a white school, or you were already the big baller, your confidence was way up here?
Well, my confidence has always been like that from how my mom and dad raised me. I know I'm something special. And it's like, even when you go out there, it's like, I'll give you all my nickname that nobody knows. And when I hear this name, that's when I turn around like this from the hood. People know me as Bravo.
Bravo.
Yeah. So, man. But at least I was always doing something good, whether it be walking, talking, jumping over this fence or whatever.
Bravo in Portuguese is mean.
It doesn't mean, well, I'm mean too. So
mean.
It works all together.
Like Mean Joe Green?
Yeah,
mean.
I don't care.
Hey, what about LaVar? Do you know what LaVar means in Portuguese?
No.
Clean.
For real?
Yeah. The verb clean, LaVar.
Yeah. You know what LaVar means in London?
Big baller.
No, they say lava. I like the way they say
it. They call it lava ball.
My name is LaVar. They say lava.
Lava.
So I must be the lover. They love it. I love when I go to London. They call me lava.
Hey, tell me about your time at the London Monarchs. Did you play at Wembley? No, not Wembley Stadium.
I don't know what stadiums we was in, man. I wasn't even worried about it, but I know we was playing somewhere, and we was over there in London. I was like, man, this is a nice place out here.
Like a 20-something-year-old American guy.
Everybody speaks English just with accent. But people you think that are, it's crazy what really carry. When I'm over there, they say I got the accent. So they love listening to me talk. But I can see a guy who's black, Chinese, and white, and they all speak the same, but they look different.
You're right. It's very,
one dude, man, he was darker. He was darker than our shirt, man. And that dude was talking with that accent.
A proper accent
oh,
like
man,
that.
he was doing that. And then I saw somebody Chinese speaking the same way. I said, wow, how'd that work? But the way I talk with my, American slang, and others like, man, listen, he's cool, man. And then they ain't never seen no black guy with green eyes. They're like, something different about what is he? He's white, black, man. You don't know, man. So it was a great experience.
So you made your money with the NFL. You saved up. I'm sure you invested it very well. You invested on yourself, on your kids, in the house.
Here's the thing. When you invest, man, if you invest in something that you believe in, that's why I didn't never make a tally sheet of the millions I spent raising my boys for 20 years. Usually when you make an investment, I come to you, here's $10,000. You say you can turn it into $100,000.
Right.
But 2 years go by, and I get in a bind. I'll be like, yo, I need my $10 million out. You say, no, we got about 5 more years of this. Hey, wait a minute, man. I thought you was gonna give me $100,000 tomorrow or something like that. So what I'm saying is, I never look for a return like oh no,
like
that's
a
what I'm
tangible
doing.
return.
Yes.
So you never really invested in funds and exchange traded funds, mutual funds, stock. You invest in stocks. You invest in your kids and in yourself and in your brand.
Yes.
I think I firmly believe that is the secret to success in anything.
That is.
But
see, you understand that I keep telling you because you're young still. At an early age, you get this. Some people are not taught this for a long time. And it's like, by the time they kind of learn it, it's a little too late.
The best investment is in yourself, your brand, your company,
Oh, man, you need to write your own book. Because everybody's going to teach
$10.
you the quick, but hey.
Hey, but you gotta help me launch in America. I have $10 in Brazil, but I gotta. You can help me launch in America. Big baller publishing. Big baller publishing. Let's get a book. I mean,
and it's like this, man. You gotta have that opportunity in that window. What I did learn traveling overseas and everything is there's money all over the world. Not just in the United States.
There's money even in Lithuania, which is small. You said there was money in Lithuania.
Nobody even talk about Lithuania unless my boys go there. Still wouldn't know about Lithuania.
I hear about Lithuania every 4 years in the Olympics. That's it. Because they have an all right team.
Yeah, it's not even about the team. It's the fact that we was over there as Americans that made Lithuania be on the map. And that's why they took my boys. We're going to take 2 American kids as teenagers to be on the team. And they got real jealous real quick because every time we go through the airport or something, all they do is run up to my boys. They don't even care about the Lithuanian team.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Now, my boys were the only ones on the team, Lithuania team, with signature shoes. We come out of every goddamn game, they only wanted the autographs from the Ball boys.
The kids, the blonde kids from Lithuania.
Kids, grown folks, whoever. And we had Facebook cameras just following us, everybody. So everybody's like, oh, there's celebrities, this and that. Where's LaVar? Hey. They're not even caring about the Lithuanian team. Hello, what's the name of it?
They were there for the Ball boys.
That's it. Now we leave that. Ain't nobody over there. Ain't nobody talking about nothing.
So the best investment is always on yourself.
The best investment is yourself. It takes 2 people. A lot of people want that. Sometimes they want that quick buck, and they be like, well, if I do this early, I can get this money.
Oh, Bitcoin, Tesla stocks.
Yes, that's what drives them. And a lot of times that's not even your lane. That's not what you love to do.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
What's your lane?
My lane is wherever I'm going. That's what, check this out. People say, LaVar, I love the way you go against the grind. I said, nope. When you create your own lane, there's no grind. Now, why would the flow of traffic go this way and I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to go this way? That's stupid. Create your own lane over here. I can go any kind of way I want there. I'm not bothering nobody. So when they
that's
try
your
to come
road.
You
can go up or down.
Controversy.
You can ghost ride. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
In your lane. But you can't come over here and the traffic going this way. Now you want to create some new shit. You're going to cause a wreck. And even when I told the girl on the show, stay in your lane. You know what that means? Keep going this way and stay in your lane. Because once you come over here bothering me, what's going to happen? Going to be a wreck. Going to be a train crash. So just be smart, stay in your lane. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Go the other way. Stay in your lane. And that's where that came from. And folks are like, oh, LaVar told her to stay in her lane. Like it was just right there. If you don't stay in your lane, you're going to have a wreck, man. Come on. I ain't bothering you. I ain't even came on your side of the road. But when you come jumping over here bothering me and you ain't staying in your lane, now we're going to get smashed.
Yeah, man. Like, honestly, I wanted to keep this interview focused on LaVar, the businessman, LaVar, the marketing genius, but like LaVar created 3.
And here's the thing. This is why. you'll sit here and time will go by and I'll talk, and if me and you we're talking like we buddies,
And we just met an hour ago.
Just met. If you don't come over here with no hidden agenda, LaVar, what coaches don't you like? Why did they put Melo over here trying to get some other bites out of me? That's why me and you are flowing so good.
Oh,
everybody
okay.
else, ESPN, all these other writers, they trying to get something out of me.
It's
and
probably
I'm going
because
to
I'm
answer
from Brazil,
everything.
and it's probably because I'm from Brazil, and I don't give a fuck about what.
There you go.
I honestly don't watch. I haven't watched NBA games since Kobe was there.
So you're not diluted with all that bullshit. So that's why I'm talking to you so comfortable and cool.
All right.
And it's like I told people, some of them come over here and be like, "Boy, this is what we're gonna ask you." I said, you know what? Keep that. Ask me anything you want, but don't be mad at me when I answer it the way I answer it. It might be negative, it might be positive. And I don't care how you interview me. It's like this. It's just like, I'll tell you about one girl who interviewed me, and she used to interviews, come to the house and interview the boys. Her name is Ramona Shelburne. She had the inside scoop. She used to talk about the NBA and all this. She called me to this day, and I will not talk to her not one time. Because I told her, if you interview me the wrong way and you say I'm a car slick salesman and Lonzo makes all the money and all this stuff, you creating this stuff on TV after you did the interview with me, I don't have to say nothing else to you ever in life, but you really going to have to come back to me because my boys are so good. You're going to have to interview me and try to get the scoop and all this, and I'm never going to give it to you again. So I don't care.
I'm not a journalist. I'm a businessman who want to learn from a businessman.
There you go, man. And here's the thing. I don't know what you're going to learn from me. You might take some bits and pieces and understand here and there because you never know what's going on in nobody's mind.
Right.
So it doesn't matter whether I say something you get from it or you say something I didn't get that. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to put it out there and I'm not going to hide anything. And I'm going to tell you from my scenario how things went. It's not for everybody to say, you know what, here's the answers to this. LaVar is just straightforward. No, you take bits and pieces and apply it to your situation that allows you to be successful. You know, a lot of people, okay, his sons are so good at basketball. Yeah, because I snatch them out of school and take them overseas. How many people do that? You're not going to do that. How many people going to start?
You snatched him out of school? Like, you didn't graduate high school? Here in the Chino Hills, no?
No.
I wasn't following. I wasn't in America then, man.
Melo graduated from Spire. Jello graduated, but I snatched Jello out of UCLA. He didn't graduate from UCLA. Lonzo didn't graduate from UCLA.
And then you sent him to Lithuania.
Melo went to Lithuania. Then he said he wanted to do high school. So, you know, they got all these stipulations. We ended up playing high school at Spire, which is in Ashtabula, Ohio, Cleveland. Yes, but Melo is so good he can go anywhere. So I sent him to high school. They don't have all these stipulations. He do all this stuff, his work online.
Right.
From there. And then from there, they say, oh, is he going to college?
No.
Why would he go to college so you guys can do him like James Wiseman? Put him to the side for a whole year because you're mad at me, saying we're not going to let LaVar control this and say this and that. So they're going to hold it against my son, and they're going to say, well, you know, we're going to investigate.
That's boycott.
We're going to investigate for a year because Melo was a professional in Lithuania and he got a check. Melo never got a check from Lithuania.
Oh, no, you're playing for free? Oh, actually, not even for free.
We're not even for free. I'm like, I'm not paying them. They're not paying us. They said they're going to pay us, but we don't care because the money, we're not over there for the goddamn pay because it's nothing. You guys giving us $1,000 or $2,000 a month?
That's how much they make there. Yeah, that's how much
for a
they
salary,
make there.
What's that going to do? Nothing. I don't care if y'all don't pay them, but my boys are going to be getting up twice a day, living in a hotel, and all they working on is basketball with grown men.
And being professionals at 16 years old.
That's why
Melo, is a thing.
Hey, you know what?
High school
kids
are
why does
like,
everybody say Melo is so good?
Why?
Melo say, oh, he's. We never seen a guy that can play like this at 19.
Mature at 19 as a rookie.
Now, here's the thing. When I tell him, Melo has been a professional since he's been 16. Lithuania is 16. You are a professional.
And then
Australia. Spire don't even count. But once you're a professional, you're already a professional in Lithuania at 16. Now you play over in Australia.
How was it?
You play in my JBA league. My JBA league was professional.
Here in LA?
Yes, it was in California. And then I toured over the seas and went to 18 different countries with my team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's how Melo got to be global. That's why they're the biggest things in the NBA, because they've been all around the world already. From China to Beijing to Shanghai.
So he was used to the spotlight.
He was used to the spotlight when he was a baby. Everybody used to say, who them ball boys, when they was second and third grade. Even in school, you got to figure out, are they white? Are they black? They
Oh,
so
yeah,
talented.
because they
they
look-
stand out. Black folks over here, white folks over here, Chinese over here, Mexican over here. There go one, but what is he? Oh, that's a ball boy. Oh, the mom is white, the dad is black. Yeah, but they talented as hell when it come to playing sports. So they was able to deal with everybody, whether you have a lot of money or you poor as hell. They can relate to everybody, and that's what made them so likable.
And it has to do with the fact that you, as a 16-year-older, you were living in South Central, but were going to school, getting bused to the white area
So
in the valley.
I deal with both of them. I deal with the valedictorian who know how to read and do books, and I know the gangbanger on the street who done shot 3 or 4
Crips
people.
and Bloods.
Hey, I know them all.
Around the corner.
Right there. I know them all. I'm cool with everybody.
What's up, cuz? They were like there.
That's how they are. From my family, the cousins.
So we're Crips?
They're all Crips. And then I got some other ones on live on the other side of Bloods. Yeah.
And you're living in this...
I'm right here. This was when I was younger.
Damn, man.
Yeah, growing up like that. But like I said, I had 4 brothers and 2 sisters. And my dad was crazy too with 10 brothers, and so we had our own gangs, so we didn't have to join that.
I was a family reunions back then. I'm not gonna keep...
It's serious business, but I got, a lot of family that's on that bad side. I don't take my boys over there with that to get into that. But if ever we want something to go down, I can go down.
But the good things about the hood, you taught him, which is hard work.
Well, you gotta go hard.
Grit.
But here's the thing. Tell me this: is it grit if you have a passion and you love doing it? Now, working out, running hills, and all that stuff might be a grit to you because that's not what you want to do.
All right. So, who was the richest man who ever stepped on this earth? Richest.
Who was the richest man to ever step?
Yeah.
Genghis Khan.
No, in the Bible, before.
I don't know. Somebody was a trillionaire. Solomon. King Solomon.
King Solomon.
Yes.
And
Because I remember they told me it was only like in the whole world it was only 6 guys that were trillionaires.
Right. Solomon
Not
was
billionaires.
yeah.
That's why I said Genghis Khan. He was a trillionaire.
Solomon, and there's a book in the Bible. I'm not really that. Religious. There's a book in the Bible that Solomon just reminisces about his life as a rich man, and he's like, "Well, I had 1,000 wives, I had all this money, I owned the kingdom." And he's like, the only 3 things that matter in life are eating well, drinking well, and having fun at your work.
Yeah, I can see that.
You have fun in your work.
That makes sense. Yeah,
because if you have fun in your work, it's not a work.
working.
You're like,
yes,
you keep going. You never get tired of it.
You know what they said? They said, LaVar, you are a marketing genius. I ain't took one business class in college.
Oh yeah, did you?
No, but I know how to market something that I believe in.
Hey, we have something in common. All right. The first, I don't know if you can talk about him in public, but the first agent for Lonzo Ball, dark-skinned black guy.
Yes.
Harrison Gaines. Harrison Gaines was the only other black kid in my class in the University of Pennsylvania.
Wow.
A small world.
Yeah.
And he left the school because he wasn't smart enough for the Ivy League.
Right.
He was flunking out of classes, but I really liked that guy because, we were the only black kids. Right? And it's like, and 5 years later, and like I remember he was like doing DoorDash and like working odd jobs.
Right. I give it.
And he
had a thing called Splash that he tried to create. Now, what he should have did, quit trying to get your thing Splash off and come work for Ball Sports Group, which is my side.
Oh, that's okay.
That's why. Now, I handed him Lonzo. People told him, if you're going to try to get in the sports agency, you need to go with some guys overseas. You need to do this. I give you the number 2 pick.
His first client was already a high-profile client, so overnight
So
he was doing.
The reason you didn't use that as a platform to springboard to more.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, now Jello comes up. You the agent, you get Melo and Jello over to Lithuania, but you didn't do nothing for Jello. So that tells me you have no pull in the agency world. So now Lonzo goes to CCA or whatever, creative.
Right.
Yeah, he goes over there because they the big wigs.
Uh-huh.
Now, for them being the big wigs, they not doing what I want them to do. They're doing what they want to do. So now I get rid of them. So I went with the friendship thing with Harrison. I went with the biggest in the game, who's CCA.
And now?
And now Lonzo's with Clutch.
And there's Rock
and
Jay-Z,
Melo's with Jay-Z, which is Rocket Nation. Guys who want to do something the way we want them to do it.
Oh wow! And you never want to be an agent to your kids. You never want to.
I'm not the agency thing. You know, I just want to make sure they got it in the right spot. People was thinking like, oh, LaVar's their agent is going to do this. You really don't need an agent, really. But you also have to have the agent to get the forms that you have to sign to get into the pros.
Got it.
So
Got it. And that's why you're like, as a businessman, you need to delegate some things.
That's why I delegated Harrison. How do you think Harrison? He had all the credentials to be the
lawyer.
agent.
Yeah, I forgot.
He ain't no big baller in that aspect. He ain't got no #1 talent under him, but he couldn't. Now, if he was more creative, as you say, once you got Lonzo, the #2 pick, and his brothers is behind him,
he would leverage that.
You should have leveraged that shit and been moving and getting bigger. You could have got FOMO clients just having Lonzo.
Yeah, that's true.
But you didn't have the drive to get that. You think I was going to hand you everything?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in 10 years.
Yeah,
but like I remember him. He was a point guard for the basketball team.
Right.
He wasn't playing that much, but he was in my class, and he was the only black guy in my class.
See, yep.
It was a small world, world, and it was like,
that's crazy.
That's my connection, Raiam's connection with the Ball family,
right.
And now I'm connected to the big baller, man.
You connected to the main dude now, so I
got this right here. So like, yeah, I mean, so like nowadays, Lonzo. Last time, I mean, as I said, I don't follow basketball. I remember he was with the Lakers,
right?
And then he got traded.
He's with the Pelicans.
He got traded to Pelicans because AD came. Anthony Davis came. He went. He got sent to Pelicans.
Right.
And LaMelo got drafted to number three.
Number 3 to the Charlotte Hornets.
Which, well, as I said, growing up in 1994, they were good with like I don't know Glenn Rice or like.
Yeah, Grandmama and all those folks, and Alonzo Mourning coming in, Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
That's a little further down, but
1994.
Before my boys were born.
After that, I have never heard of the Charlotte Hornets, and they changed to Bobcats. It was a sorry-ass team.
And they still...
And all of a sudden, I have this guy who's working with me. He's like, yeah, I want to go to Charlotte because I want to see LaMelo play. I'm like, who LaMelo? And he's like, oh, yeah, the Ball brothers. Oh, the little one, the good one.
Good. That's the thing. If you think all my boys are going to sit and eat and train and do the same thing, you don't think they all three going to be good?
I mean, but like
now,
Jello could have be more of a head case than the other. One is taller than the other one's faster.
Nobody's going to have no head case in that because I don't allow head cases. If I put them my way, that's how my boys. That's why you have no problems with me because they still listen to me. But it ain't like I'm like, you better do this, you better do that, I don't manhandle them like that. My boy's always been listening to what I'm telling them because I don't steer them wrong. Now, people might try to interfere with that and saying, oh, you're not your own man and you listen to your dad. No, I know more than you. It's okay to you to disagree with that thing, but sometimes your stuff is wrong. And it's okay because you're young.
So when people say LaMelo is the good one, you're like, no, they're all good.
All my boys can play the game of basketball. Come on. Just being in the right situation.
And
Melo's over there, and everybody's like, oh, he's playing his own way. Melo didn't start until after 20 games. So you telling me the coach would take you 20 games to figure out how good my son is? And the only reason he started because these other guys got hurt. Elsewise, you're not going to start him.
You have to pay your dues as a rookie and all of that.
Let them pay the dues. You know what they say? Hey, man, where's Michael Jordan give your son advice? What kind of advice? You mean to tell me he just holding advice for himself to give to my son, and he got all these other players before my boys came, and he didn't want to give them no advice? Don't you want your team to win? Give everybody advice.
But is Jordan involved in the team operations, or he's just an investor? It's like, oh yeah, run this team.
That's my look on this. Because if it wasn't like that and you had say so, all my boys would be over there right now.
All three.
Just because you said so. If you're the owner of the team, shouldn't it be able to be like that? If you own something, regardless of what somebody else is saying, you say, yo, put that over there, do that. That's good. It's not like that. So that tells me the same thing with Magic. When Magic is just the face of the Lakers, he don't have no say-so. That's why I was like, you need to trade my son because they told me they was going to get Jello. And then when it came down to being drafted, Jello didn't get picked. So now it's
not even a second round, not even as a free agent.
Bring him
NBA,
in.
Las Vegas League.
Anything. No? Bring him in. You don't bring him in? You tell me you are, but that means you have no say-so. So you don't have no ownership value to that.
What were they saying about Jello? About he's not tall enough, he's not good enough?
They wanted to say he wasn't good enough, but I'm like, he can shoot the three. And he's strong as hell, and he's always been a lead scorer. What you mean he ain't good enough? Even if he ain't good enough, how about you try him and see what he do with his brother first? Just look. You can look and tell me yourself. If he ain't that what you think he is, something you weak, dog. Get on out of here. But give him the opportunity, show him. But I gave the Lakers the first opportunity to be like, yo, first right of refusal, get all the ball boys and watch how this thing go.
And they didn't get it. And
So
now Charlotte has a chance.
chance.
Honestly, from a marketing perspective, I don't know if they're gonna win championships or not, but like Charlotte is gonna be a relevant team again if they have all three. At least it's gonna be all over ESPN,
but
and that's gonna raise equity.
Yes,
business wise,
and they're gonna win. Why? Because to win, you have to make sacrifices.
They can't beat the Nets. Come on, man. With your three kids, they can't. I mean, the Nets are in the East.
They'll blow past them. My boys play too. My boys are the only ones that go to the NBA and got to slow down.
What does that mean?
They got to go slow.
You too fast.
We too fast. That's why
usually they got to pick up the pace because now it's the professionals and like.
We the only ones got to slow down. Melo be ready to take the ball out fast. Ain't nobody running like that. Lonzo
40-yard dash.
Ain't nobody running like that.
What kind of 40-yard dash?
Ain't nothing but them 40-yard dash.
Oh yeah, because there's no 40-yard dash.
Hey, the ball travel faster in the air than you dribbling it up. Now, if Lonzo, Melo, and Jello all get on the same team, the chemistry and the speed of the game goes fast. We'll average 40 to 50 points a quarter. Now we're going to beat people 170 to 130, 200 to 130. Nobody can keep that pace up.
If there was not a salary cap, you have Jello, Melo, Lonzo.
Even with a salary
Who else will be the two guys?
It don't matter. Because, see, here's the sacrifice that you make. Melo and Jello and Zoe are not going to be like, Zoe ain't going to say, well, I run the team, I'm the point guard, give me 150.
Team play.
Jello ain't going to be like, well, I'm the best scorer, give me 200 million. Melo going to be like, well, I'll bring all the people to sit in the seats.
It's all in the family.
Hey, give me 200 million. So now you don't pay my boys 600 million. How about you pay them to play 300 million and use the other 300 million to get some better players?
Oh, sir, they're not
sacrificed all that money to say, you know what, let's get the better team, which they're trying to do now.
So they're not that stingy about money. They want to win.
No, Lakers.
Because
what are Lakers doing now? Not too much. Why? You give two players all the money.
And there's no more room. There's no more room
for no more good players. So now,
and when they get hurt, you don't have.
I want to play with the ball boys because they sacrifice those big ass contracts to get a little money, which ain't a lot, to make the best team, and they're getting money anyway, but having fun winning.
Okay, perfect situation. You got Lonzo at the 1. No,
1. He's at the 1. Melo's at the 2. Jello's at the 3.
All right, who'll be the perfect 4 and 5? If you could pick, who'll be the perfect 4 and 5?
I'll let you pick him. As long as he rebound, that's all I want. I don't care if he's 6'7" or 6'10".
I don't follow the NBA since Kobe was around.
Anybody who rebound the ball. It don't even have to be.
Tell me a rebounder.
It could be Clint Capella.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, it can be these people. It can be JaVale McGee.
Old ass nigga.
JaVale McGee can run the floor and block shots. That's all I need you to do, man. Get a couple.
And he talks trash.
He ain't worry about talking trash. We gonna be going so fast they can't breathe. So you don't talk no
all
trash.
Right, so
hey, take the ball
Ball
out.
boys, JaVale McGee, and one more.
And like I said, anybody who rebounds the ball. What I mean by rebound the ball is they ain't really worried about no point. I'll take Josh Hart. He gonna rebound the ball. People who go for the rebound, you got the best rebounders.
So with the ball boys, JaVale McGee and Hart, you can win a ring.
Yes. My boys are 6'7", 6'7", 6'8". We can switch everything, and those are the big guards. So as soon as we'd be the first team to press.
Yeah, at my time when I follow basketball,
when you
6'7" is like a 3 or a 4.
Yes.
The guards were 6 foot, like Allen Iverson and Muggsy Bogues.
So when we take the ball out, the guards are going to be back with my boys.
Got it.
You got to guard Melo and you got to guard Jello, but the guys guarding them are going to be 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Alonzo's going to take the ball out and just throw it up in the air. Jello's going to catch it, overpower them little ass guards, because the only people that can guard him are the 4s and 5s that's down here to rebound the ball.
And the outside,
so now, Lonzo, you got him coming 100 miles an hour because he can outrun the 4 and the 5. So now your guards got to stay with the shooters. Now Lonzo got to dunk or dunk down the middle.
Oh, that's why you need the 2 guys to get rebounds.
Then you got to come down there. And then after my boys score, they're not even going to get tired because they're not going to run back on defense. they're going to turn around and pressure your guards. So now when they pressure your guards, the guards don't get the ball. Your 3, 4, and 5 men got to get the ball and make a decision now. Now Lonzo steals that from them. Now we pressing.
Got it.
So now we're not playing full court no more. Melo and Jello are pressing the hell out of your ass half court to get a steal to make you shoot. And then when they come to the three-point line, they sprint out and go back the other way. And we just throw the ball down.
And they don't get tired?
How you going to get tired if you're playing half court and everybody else playing full court?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All we're doing is throwing the ball. I got my 3 best rebounders. Lonzo being a hell of a rebounder, and the 4 and the 5 men to rebound the ball. Jello and Melo, I don't need you to get no rebounds, so never go to the boards. Just leak out every time. And we're going to throw you the ball. And the time we don't throw you the ball,
and they're fast enough to get
they're going to get back there, and the guards are the only ones back. The center and the power forwards are not going to be back.
Hey, with all of that,
if you keep the ball back, who's going to rebound down here? Nobody.
And who'll be the coach of that team?
We're going so fast, you don't need a coach. You just sit back there.
LaVar Ball. Would you
coaching is the best coaching.
I don't
even have to coach.
All right,
why
but
would
like,
I coach?
would you put yourself out there and be like, all right, my 3 kids are here. Why not make me the coach of the Charlotte Hornets? Would you do that? I mean, would you put yourself out there?
No, because it's too easy.
Come on, man.
Hey, I got too much other stuff to do. I couldn't sit here and talk with you if I'm over there coaching.
You're right.
Because they can go to practice. They don't need me. If they're already running a system and they know how to run it, what the hell do you need me to coach?
Wait, so you'd rather
I'd rather sit back. Hey, who is the best coach? Who do you think is a good coach that was very successful at coaching?
Pop? Phil Jackson?
Phil Jackson. There you go.
11 rings. Phil Jackson.
And what do you think his coaching method is?
He was more like of a yoga guru than a coach.
Okay, see, that's
like
the way.
a mindset guy.
Here's his coaching style. No style at all. How about I do the Zen and let y'all figure it out? I'll just sit here. You can sit there.
That was Phil Jackson?
You tell me, how do you coach Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen? What you going to tell them to do? Run this play? No, let them do what they do, which is win. Dennis Rodman, all of them. Oh, I love it. Y'all sit back there and meditate Zen. They'll figure it out. No.
So you can put Ryan Scalabrine right there.
Hey, why did
Stephen A. Smith as a coach, and they'll still do it.
Tell me they wouldn't. Okay. Phil Jackson got how many rings?
11.
How you get 11 rings?
By having Kobe
I'll tell you how you
Michael
get 11
Jordan
rings.
out there.
You get Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen the best in the game for them years.
And Kobe and Shaq.
Then you don't want to coach nobody. And then you say, you know what? I'll coach the Lakers. Why? Because you got the next two best players in the world. That's how you get 11 championships. He didn't coach no other team.
So there's no coaching.
You see what
he tried the Knicks, and yeah, right.
Hey, let me go upstairs and coach. Look at Phil. Phil Jackson and Steve Kerr was supposed to be his boy. Why did Phil go to why didn't Steve Kerr go to the Knicks? You like Phil Jackson. You let Mark Jackson do the work over there at Golden State and walked in and did nothing. How do you coach Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, KD, and what you don't?
Let him figure out.
Figure it out. They already know how to play. The niggas that good. Sit back. And that's all he did. Act like he was coaching. That's how Luke Walton got over there to the Lakers. He didn't even coach a high school team up to no good. But if you stand up for 30 straight games for the Golden State, it look like you the best assistant coach in the world, coaching KD, they ain't listening to you. Come on. So the Lakers fell for the okie doke. Like, he's the best coach in the world. Let's get it.
I just learned something.
Ain't did nothing since.
I just learned something at
running
31
the Lakers
years
in the
old.
ground and running the Sacramento Kings in the ground.
Football, coaching matters. But basketball, the players matter. Pretty much.
Well, the players matter in anything. You just got to have the right guys believing you to do what you do.
Yeah, but in football, you have to draw plays.
Tell me, you ain't got to draw no plays. You just got to have a system. If you got a system and you believe in the system. Now you say you need coaching, right? So you
think Tom Brady won? I mean, that's true.
Okay.
Because the
Tom Brady
coach,
left Belichick. I'll give you a better athlete in Cam Newton than you can't make nowhere. But yeah, Tom Brady, 40, 50 years old, take that system and say, hey, Gronkowski, come on out, play tight end or whatever. Y'all come
Antonio Brown.
Antonio, you a bad cake, but I need a good receiver. Bring your ass over here. Touchdown.
And he might win again this year.
Super Bowl. Hey, Belichick, he wasn't nowhere close to the Super Bowl. Your system don't work. You can have the best system in the world and the best coaching. If you ain't got the players, that shit don't work.
My boy back there, big fan of LaMelo. He said LaMelo's going to be the new LeBron.
No.
The new generation.
No.
Like the kids who were born in the 2000s, there's nobody like LaMelo. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Born in the 2000s, his generation?
Yeah. They don't even show you how much controversy they want. They said Melo ain't Melo. The real Melo is Carmelo.
He never won a ring. I mean,
okay. When did Carmelo go to Syracuse? 2003.
2003.
Okay.
2003. Yeah.
Melo was born 2001.
He was 2 years old. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. Fuck 2 years old. Melo born 2001. When he came out the womb, your name is LaMelo. Hey, the next day, your name is Melo. That's your nickname. Melo been called Melo since 2000. Y'all didn't call Carmelo that. You didn't know nothing about it.
Oh, so they thought
Melo
was named after
Carmelo.
Carmelo
Yes.
Anthony.
How? Y'all didn't know about him till after he got out of Syracuse. Nobody knew about Carmelo. I've been calling Melo.
Why'd you call him LaMelo?
I like that.
So it had
L.A.
nothing to do.
Melo. I like that.
Oh, L.A. Melo. L.A.
LaMelo. Just like Lonzo.
Lonzo.
I like all L names.
Lonzo because of Alonzo Moreno.
No, just Lonzo.
Just
Lonzo.
Lonzo.
Like Lonzo. Call him Zo for short.
Zo.
LiAngelo's name. I like that.
Yeah.
LiAngelo with the L. And we call him Jello.
Jello. Guys in this generation, the 2000s, LaMelo is the... I mean, because you have...
Right.
LeBron was born in 85. After LeBron, you had Steve Curry, who was born 88 or 87, whatever. The 90s generation, there wasn't really... Who was the great of the 90s generation?
I can't. Here's the thing. I got blinders on. I'm only looking at my boys.
Oh, you only think
So I can't do that.
You don't talk about other people.
That's why I told them about the Big Baller brand. I said, man, I'm just getting started. I make sure all my boys...
Yes, let's talk
all
about
my
the
boys is start. There's plenty of players that would love to have a signature shoe from me, that would love to wear my apparel. I just have not approached them yet on the fact that I'm doing some other things, but I will approach them.
Oh,
as
so
time
you're
goes
thinking...
on.
So this is just the beginning?
Don't think I ain't going to go to the next... Listen to this, and I'm going to tell you how smart this is. Endorsement deal. Endorsement deals been going around. That's how brands stay alive.
Yeah, since the 80s, yeah.
With the endorsement deal. You have to get the Bo Jacksons, the Jordans to promote your brand, to promote your thing. But you're not even going to get close to what you get for that.
Right.
Okay. Now, this is the deal that I will offer. You get 40% ownership. Now.
Of your line, of your sales.
Of your sales. So tell me you're going to take this deal. Okay. You get 10 mil. 10 mil. Oh, that's what they're trying to do to my boy. You get 100 mil for 10 years. So you get 10 mil a year. Or would you bet on yourself to come to Big Baller Brand and get 40%? We sell a shoe for $100 and we sell 1 million shoes and we make
That's
100
40,
million.
yeah.
You get 40 mil that time. And that's just in one season. Are you going to wait 10 years to try to get 100 million?
For these kids who were born in the hood, they can really do the math in their head.
They're not going to do the math in their head because you're born in the hood. And when you
They want money here instead of money
here's the
as
thing.
equity.
Here's the thing. They're going to show you what's in front of the fence, but they're never going to slide the gate open and show you all this. It's just like, this is what I tell Melo. I said, man, this is something you got to learn. You with Puma. Okay, listen.
Yeah,
like check this out.
Didn't he cheat on you by choosing Puma?
Well, he's not cheating on me because he's always going to be with the Big Baller Brand. Okay. And I kind of figure it's better to learn from them or see what they're doing to show you they can't do what I can do for you, which is create you don't have a signature shoe by them yet. I gave you one already, the MB1s. You're 16 years old, youngest ever to have a signature shoe. But you can let them pay you and stack your chips and come do whatever you want to do. But you understand he tried to come out with his own thing called La France.
Right.
Yeah, that's giving him that big baller intellect. Like, dude, that's my sign. That you guys can put on my shoe or whatever, on the Puma shoe. They did it just to satisfy him for a minute.
Okay.
But that's his sign. He owns that. So here's what I'm trying to say is it's better to let people see how successful the boys could be over here with their brand, with the Puma, and then see what they do with the Big Baller Brand. The only way you can get to $1 billion, if you have to be with Big Baller Brand. Because Kobe, 20 years with Nike, and
he was an employee.
Hey, you still only worth $600 million. Why? And you have to invest in something else because you don't own anything. LeBron worth $400 million.
Equity, yeah.
Here's the thing: you guys don't own anything. Now, the people who own things, if you own something, you can become a billionaire. But if you don't own it, you can't. Think of all your billionaires.
The employees, they all
own
Phil
something.
Knight owns
the Nike.
Who's bigger, Phil Knight or LeBron? LeBron is the employee.
Yeah, exactly.
Phil Knight is.
Look at billionaire Mark Cuban. He owns something.
The Mavericks.
If you do not own anything, you're never going to be a billionaire. You're always going to be an employee. So you can make it to
Luka
200.
is making money for. Okay.
Luka ain't got no shoe.
Bring him to Big Baller Brand. God damn it.
I can do that. I can do that to anybody. I just haven't. On the fact that I got so much, I'm doing some other stuff to get where.
Well,
I
your
wanna be.
vision. What is your vision?
But here's the thing: I can go to the next year's draft and send my guys to talk to them people and say, you know what? Don't go this way. Go this way. As we speak right now, I got some of my guys that's over in Europe talking to people that's on a different team. And the different teams I'm talking about is your soccer teams. Manchester United.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they got some other stuff.
So you're branching into soccer, which is a huge market.
Why wouldn't I? Tell me who in soccer don't want to wear a Big Baller Brand. I create you a shoe and all this stuff, and you the up and coming 18-year-old that's going to be on the big team. Tell me, I can be in these talks with these guys and say, y'all thought I was just talking about basketball?
And
I can get football players, basketball players, anything. You just have not
so that's
seen
your
me out
vision
there.
for Big Baller Brand. It's not
That's
just
it.
a family business to promote your own sons. You want to be bigger than Nike.
I'm going to be bigger than them. Because it's like, did you use a taxi to get around? No, it's an Uber now. I'm like that. I'm the goddamn Uber to this agency endorsement thing. I'm going to crash that shit. And when you can't make no more endorsements,
percentage equity.
Everybody wants percentage equity in anything. They're going to change that endorsement deal and want ownership. So even if you don't stay with me, take your brand with you, sell it in your town, and still make money. It's yours. Kawhi Leonard can't even get his hand back. He with New Balance. How you can't get your own hand back to put on your shoe with New Balance?
Okay, he probably signed a document and he didn't read the fine line.
He don't have no ownership. So I'm saying I'm giving you ownership so when you leave me, you can go. It's just like this. Nike, Kobe, you want to leave? That Mamba sign is ours. Leave that shit over here. LeBron, you want to leave? You the king? You sign a lifetime contract with Nike. I ain't signing nothing lifetime because I might change my mind in the middle. You stuck to them. And they say, oh, he signed $1 billion contract. Regardless, you have to be 80 before you get that $1 billion. He didn't get that part. So it's like, dude, you guys understand ownership. When you start asking ownership, if you believe in yourself, like I was telling Melo, check this out, Melo. If you're a Big Baller Brand and I go to China, you got 1 billion people over there. You don't think I could sell 1 million shirts a month for $60 over there? And to say MB1 on it at your stage right now, you can make $60 million a month, Melo. Times 12, 720 mil. That's
Which
a far
is
cry
more,
from
it's
that
more than
100
what
mil
Puma's
that they
gonna
trying to
pay.
pay your ass for 10 years. Oh, LaMelo got a $100 million contract. He got the bag. That's what I tell people about the bag. That's what they tell me. Oh, LaVar, you cost your boys the bag. I said, you goddamn right, because if you can put it in the bag, it ain't enough.
Have you heard of the
What you do with the
marshmallow test?
bag? Put that shit in the truck. So you want the truck, huh?
Have you heard of the marshmallow test?
The what?
Marshmallow.
No, I ain't heard of nothing.
It's a psychology study from I think Stanford University. Basically, they took kids. All right, kid number 1. Would you rather have 1 marshmallow now or 2 later? And they got a lot of kids, and they got the same kids 20 years later. The kids who were successful were the kids who preferred 2 later, when they were 3 years old. And that's exactly it. Like, oh, you want 10 million right here, or you want percentage equity of everything you sell, percentage deal of everything you sell. That's exactly that.
See,
And so you think it's hard?
You see, that's how crazy that is.
But you think it's hard to convince these people?
They're going to call it the marshmallow deal. What the hell? That's some crazy stuff. I'm going to tell you what. Well, you got to be in the right situation. You can't be in a classroom and ask a bunch of kids or everything. The surroundings is not good enough. Now, if I ate 2 hot dogs, a Big Baller burger, and used a Big Baller hot sauce, and you ask me, do I want 1 marshmallow or 2? I'm going to be like, man, give me 2 later because I ain't hungry right now. If I ain't ate nothing, forget 2 later, I'm hungry now. Give me that marshmallow right now.
Oh, that's why they fall for these endorsement deals.
I have no money.
They want it right now.
I need 100,000 so I can say I at least got some money now. I might not get it
That's
again.
why it's so hard to get these
gotta be
40% endorsement deals with these kids.
Which direction are you in? It's like, I want to try to save everybody now, and you don't have nothing, or you look at the big picture. I take an element out of the game that allows my boys to be so successful, which is, what is everybody that's normally coming up? They 15, 19 years old. This is a lot of pressure on a kid to say, yo, I need you to make the NBA so you can move us out of the projects, get your dad over here. We don't have to ever work no more, buy us a house. We've been living in this.
They didn't have that pressure. You
My
guys
boys
didn't have that pressure.
They just out there playing and whooping ass. So I take that pressure off your neck. I talk to kids nowadays, man, and I said, man, why do you play basketball? Oh, I want to buy my mom a house and make a lot of money, and all boys and young and buy fancy cars and everything. But you can make a lot of money being a producer or a Wall Street Journal. So if the money is the thing, you don't have to go do sports. You can make money doing this. Would that be good enough? I want to hear that you want to play against the best players ever. That's why you want to make it to the NBA. Not because of the style that you want to live and you want to buy. You can do other things that make that money. Now, being an athlete, I mean, thousands of dollars playing the little football that I did, running each other. Part of my life now, I made millions of dollars being just a businessman. So that'll let you know. It's like, oh, LaVar played in the pros. That shit don't mean nothing. But look where I'm at now. So I'm saying you can play the sports, you can do whatever, but if you have a passion or you understand what is success to you, that's not stressful, you won in life.
What is success to you? What is success to you?
It's you know what success to me is? Not having a clock.
For example, 3
I'll give you an example. This is your thing right here. You got to be here at 2 o'clock to get this interview with me. I ain't got to be here at 2 o'clock. I can get up and leave right now. You got what you got. I don't have a watch or a Rolex on because I ain't got to be nowhere on time. I do what I want when I want.
On your own time.
I'm on my own time. Stop. I wake up when I want to. No. That's why I wake up when I want to. I go do things when I want to. I have people come to the house.
That's freedom right there.
That's success when you have freedom. I told my wife, I said, don't you love how we live now? Even though she had the stroke, I would rather have the stroke and not have to worry about doing anything. She used to be on a bail system. She was a school teacher. Now, to get up, what you got to press? Alarm clock. School start at 7. The bell ring. Hey, all you kids come over here. Tina, when can you go home? After the bell ring at 3 o'clock.
8.
Now, Tina, you ain't on you don't do no bells, no clocks. People ask me, what time is it for us? Shit, I don't know. I ain't got to be nowhere. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I got to get out of here. Yeah.
Even people with a lot of money, they have clocks because they have to be somewhere.
You got so much.
Even people who are billionaires, they don't have your freedom.
They don't.
That's why you value so much the fact that
And there's a lot of people that's billionaires that walk right by you that want the notoriety that I got.
And the respect when you will go to the...
You're a billion. Nobody knows who you are. They just walk right by you. You just got a lot of money. They don't even know who you are.
That's all you got.
They be like,
you know, as for
like,
money.
I want to be like that dude LaVar. Damn. Dudes know me and stuff, and then, people come out. I don't care. But I'm a people person. And that's why I can talk all day. And I would do the same interview that me and you doing. I can sit on the front porch and back in the hood. We sit and talk about the same thing. We still just out there just talking. It's the same thing. It's just I'm by a pool now with a goddamn gazebo, so I won't be in the sun. So it's the same thing we've been doing all our life, and we have a passion of doing it, man. And like I said, time gonna go by. You're a people person because you got to be to do what you do. But your intrigue is like, yo, be somebody different every time.
And learn from them.
And that's your concept. But if you just go on this interview, you look at it a different way. That's why your eyes are still bright, and you like,
I'm like,
stuff from this dude right here. That
I want you to be my mentor. I want you, George, to be my mentor. God damn it, thanks. Seriously, I'm like.
But we good, man. And like I said, you've already traveled the world, so the diversity is what keep you going.
Yes.
This money right here is not. I could have just did my little Facebook thing, make my little money, or live off Lonzo's money, and just be like, oh, I'm good now. I want to make this brand so big. That's my goal.
Your vision you have a vision
to do this, and it's not to see how much money I can make. I'm good, but I'm gonna be a billionaire easy. People keep thinking
you're already one of the richest black men in America.
Sure. Man, it's the richest black man in America. I'm dealing with him on a
cartoon. Kanye West, huh?
So you don't even know this dude. That's how bad he is, and you look him up.
Richest black man in America, Robert.
He's close to it, but this dude is right next to him. His name is David Stewart.
David Stewart. Have you heard of David Stewart?
Look at David Stewart. Hey, have you heard of
BT? No.
Have you heard of Worldwide Technology? Well, he owns that, brother.
He's a brother.
Yeah.
From LA.
No, he ain't from LA. He's from St. Louis.
That's a rough place.
It could be rough as hell if you own the whole thing. It ain't too rough. He owned all of St. Louis.
Wow, and he's a brother.
His son,
how'd you meet him?
Actually, I met him through another guy. You haven't heard of this guy, but they got a guy called the Black Godfather. He has a guy.
Yes, I was watching his Clarence Avant. I was watching his documentary in the Netflix yesterday.
He said, I got to come meet Big Baller. So I met his homeboy.
No way.
This guy wants to do.
You met Clarence Avant.
Yeah. He's supposed
to
come
Black
out
Godfather.
Yeah, the Black Godfather. But the guy who works for him comes to my house who knows David Stewart, who wants to do a cartoon.
Of the kids.
Yes, of us, how they got there through a cartoon. So the guy David Stewart is up here. His son is right here. He worth about $29 billion. His son worth $3 billion.
Oh shit!
So,
how come I never heard about this nigga?
You ain't gonna hear about this nigga when he own Worldwide Technology. He ain't rapping and singing, so you ain't gonna know about it. He ain't rapping, so you be like, I don't know that guy. He ain't
playing ball. Yeah, he ain't
playing ball, so you guys don't know about him. But you look up at the Stewart family, and you're gonna see they one of the richest families in the world.
And they black
David
like
Stewart,
us.
black like us, man. Now they can get behind. And the guy was telling me, Jay-Z trying to get to $1 billion, Michael trying to get to $1 billion or $2 billion, but they ain't like this dude. This dude got $20-something billion.
The difference is, Michael was an employee of the Bulls, and David Stewart has his own big baller brand, which is Worldwide Technology.
Yes, yeah.
And that's the secret.
Yes. Because that's why, Mike still works for Nike. Nike owns Jumpman. So now I can give Mike, say, yo, there's a subdivision. I'll give you the face of that, and we'll pay you $100 million a year. But yeah, I didn't tell you we made $3.2 million in this quarter. On the Jumpman. Hey, they tore up a Nike shoe. They tore up the shoe. Zion tore up a shoe, a Nike shoe in college. He said, I'm not signing with Nike. Who'd you sign with? Jumpman. You still with Nike. you still with them. Oh, okay. I'm signed with Jumpman. Yeah. Nike owns Jumpman, so you still with Nike. So that's what I'm saying. But that ownership thing is a huge thing.
And how'd you learn that? Because you didn't go to Wharton Business School like me and Harrison.
I can look and see that. It don't take long. If you got to find a route to go, but you got to understand. If you understand about ownership like that, that gives you that mindset to say, yo, I got to get the right people to create this right here. It's just like you got these basketball players saying, man, I hope I play good. Then Nike comes to give me a shoe deal. You're making over $100 million. How about you create your own damn shoe and just sell it in your neighborhood? At least it's yours and you own it. Big men don't sell shoes. So you got one of the baddest in the game, who is Anthony Davis. He know basketball. Anthony Davis.
The guy with the eyebrow.
The brown.
Like
He had that.
Nike, Brown. I mean, you're not getting no ownership. You ain't getting no shoe, boy. Keep wearing them Kobe's. Now, if I decide to come to you and give you a nice business proposal, we call it the Brown. Triple B's, baby. Big ball of Brown. Let's roll. Now I give you a shoe. I give you $50 million.
And you're gonna get him percentage,
and you already that. But once you put the jar here and put the lid on, and everybody try to jump to get out, take the lid off. They don't jump no more, knowing they can go out. Once you make $100 million, I ain't made no $100 million, but here's the narrative that I put out there. Giannis and everybody, you got to be in the league for 7 to 8 years. You got to make a championship run. You got to be in an All-Star game for us to give you a signature shoe.
you can have one
But
right
now they looking at him like this. Lonzo came in the league with a signature shoe. Jello was the second youngest, and he ain't even in the league, and he got a signature shoe. That G3, that's Jello's shoe. $5,000 on my site. He ain't even in the league. He got a shoe, but hey, it's a lifestyle, baby. He ain't got to have no performance shoe. He got a lifestyle shoe. And here, I made him think, where now when you endorsement deals try to come, they say, yo, where my signature shoe? Well, you got to do this. Hold up. Melo is 16 years old, not even in the league, and he got an MB1 signature shoe already. Why do I got to be in the league 7 years to get a signature shoe? Can y'all speed this up and give me something different?
Speed it up.
See? So I make everybody else look on the outside like all three of the ball boys already got their signature shoe. So guess what? It's only one person in the NBA that got signed to a shoe deal this year.
Who?
Shit, only one wearing Puma.
Oh, your son.
But you got to come at my son differently. Why? Because he already got a signature shoe. So you got to come at him differently on the way I set it up.
And he already got money, so he don't need to like.
You got to come. Nobody else got a shoe but
grandparents.
my boy. And look what they did. Where's Melo's shoe at? Where's LaMelo Ball clothing?
I don't see it in stores. That's
You don't
true.
see the stores. You don't see the commercial. You don't see nothing. That's what Puma doing for you, son. Keep up the good work.
Oh, so they basically paid him to get him off the market and oh wow. They used to do that with the record industry.
They still do it. They do it with Melo's not with Triple B's. He's only with Puma. Melo can still wear Triple B. It's a family brand. Melo's gonna be with me until he die. Because when all this is gone and I'm dead, who you think gonna get all this? First of all, who you think gonna get the money from the goddamn Big Baller Brand water? What you say they ain't with Big Baller Brand, they ain't gonna drink my water? That's our water. Big Baller Brand, the family brand. We got our own water. We got our own damn hot sauce. So how you saying they not with Big Baller Brand?
And the most comfortable sweatshirts ever.
Ever.
I was like,
them sweatsuits coming out.
the gorilla ones.
Man,
Can we talk
yes.
about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got the world's greatest sweatsuit, man, on the fact of how we made it. Nobody has
That fabric?
Hey, it's made from the ground up. Ain't nobody like I went and said, you know what? There's some sweatsuits right there. Let's put Triple B's on. No, I ain't doing that. I'm making that from the ground up the way I want it. The fabric and everything is lined in the inside. I can go the cheaper route. Be like, oh, no, just keep it on one thing. Don't line it. No, I want the perfection on something I want to wear. And is that sweatsuit worth $300 to me? Yes, it is. But it's the best one in the world, I guarantee you. Because it
feels
does.
like a blanket, one of those blankets you put in the winter to watch TV.
It does three things. And I'm going to tell you one. You can work out in it and you be good so it can stretch. And number two, it keep you warm. And number three, it's one of them stylish things. Because some sweatsuits you put on, you can't go out there and keep you warm and work out in it. You get a little Balenciaga thing, zip up. It's fashion. My shit is fashionable. You can wear it and be cool, but you also be like, man, this shit is insulated. I'm warm. But you also say, man, I want to do some running and jogging in it. You good. That's the best sweatsuit ever. You ain't going to take your nice sweatsuit and be like, yo, you gonna go to a party somewhere. Like, nigga, you see this sweatsuit, don't wear it, dog. Or you going to be looking sharp and out there freezing your ass off trying to look sharp. But you going to look sharp in my stuff and be like, man, you look cool, man, but you warm as hell. I go Lithuania, I can go anywhere, Russia. Put that sweatsuit on, I'm good.
Hell yeah.
So when you can do it like that, man, and create something on your own, I can make any sweatsuit I want, put any price I want on it, because it's mine.
In your own time.
Yeah, my own time, and I don't have no time schedule where I gotta have out a certain, or I don't have to have a group of people to say, are we gonna come out with this or not?
It's like you strike me as a guy that if you die tomorrow, you die very happy and accomplished.
Oh, very much so.
Like, I'm not talking about you're gonna die tomorrow, but like you.
Even if I do die tomorrow, I'm cool. Because I've done everything I wanted to do, and everything is set the way I want.
And you don't regret it.
And I don't regret nothing.
Exactly.
And then here's the thing, too. Sometimes you got to do something negative to spring forward. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Everybody try to get my boy harassment on if Jello doesn't steal.
Oh, the China thing.
The China thing. If Jello don't do that, me and you not sitting here. Because now, with Jello doing that, okay, let's say he don't do that, go over there, do his thing, go to UCLA, Lonzo gets picked, Jello gets picked in top 10, I don't snatch Melo out of high school, I don't go overseas, I don't create my own league, I just do the traditional.
They'll probably be regular NBA players.
And we just get money and I just worry about myself. I don't worry about the Big Baller Brand now. I'll give my boys all the money for the goddamn, Jello get 100, Melo get 100, Lonzo get 100 for endorsing something. Now they
so
got
you think that was like something bad that happened to be good?
That's why I tell
Later,
Jello, that's why I tell Jello
you
to
took
this day.
a lemon, made it a lemonade.
Yes, and I said, Jello, here's the thing: I don't create my own league if I don't snatch Jello out of there, because I don't. If I snatch him out of college, I can't go back to college. Hey, I'm sending Melo to UCLA. Well, you guys already did my other son wrong, so now you can have this. No. So I create my own league.
Create your league.
So now, but with me create my own league, I go around the world, and then I meet guys in Lithuania that make water. And I meet guys that run leagues and I understand there's another world outside of the United States. Get that blue book, you can pass all over the place.
You show the world to your kids from Los Angeles who never have an opportunity to go to 18 countries and live in Australia for a year.
Thank you. You're not gonna get that. But hey, you know why Melo is cool with living in Australia for a year? You gotta live in Lithuania first.
Which is not living in Sydney is okay, it's good, but living in the middle of nowhere in Lithuania.
The middle of nowhere, here it is. You don't look at it as like that. If you want to do something and accomplish something, go to Lithuania.
Why?
Why? Because if you're gonna focus on one thing, it's so much snow and nothing to do. All you can do is focus on whatever shit you're working on. Whether it be a book, a game plan, or whatever. That's all you got to do. Ain't no, let's go to the mall, let's go to the restaurant, let's go to this. You better adapt to their food.
100% true.
They only make so you only gonna dial in on your stuff. You're not gonna say, oh, I'm trying to go to Burger King. I'm gonna go to McDonald's. I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A.
Ain't got no options.
You ain't got no options. Man, I was going 45 minutes up and back just to go to a McDonald's. Because I don't eat all that stuff in Lithuania. I don't eat that funny food they got over there. But we'll make that ride. But what I'm saying is the boys are just like you. You're not going to speak no 5 or 6 languages without you going nowhere.
I got to practice. You got to
practice. You got to do your thing. But look at you. You can camouflage. You can go anywhere. You cold. You one of the dudes that can talk to anybody. And
they talk. They speak Russian to me, thinking that I don't understand. I pretend like they call me a nigga out there and be like a monkey. I'm like,
yeah. But you doing that and learning all that languages. Here's the thing. At least I got somebody around me that I can trust that understand the languages. So when I bring these dudes in the room, hey, they just sit there.
I'll be just one more black guy out there to be speaking to each other.
You say whatever you want. And Joe's my dude.
Right there.
Joe will be like, LaVar, this, that. I say, cool. I go to Russia, Germany, anything, Spain. Los speak Spanish and do all that, man. I say, dude, anywhere I go, I'll take Los overseas and be like, yeah. And he don't have to say nothing. And Los be like, oh, this is what he talking about, LaVar. Hey, he can talk
they're trying to trick you.
He can talk to the toughest Russians and the toughest Lithuanian dudes.
Damn.
And make them understand what I'm trying to tell them or what he's trying to tell them. But if you don't have nobody in your corner that you trust that can do that, dang. It's just like the people that I surround myself with, it's like we had some mishaps with our stuff with the other dudes.
Right. It always happens.
It always happens with people don't understand it. LaVar, he took like 2.7 million, he got you guys. I said, to show you how we was moving, we didn't even miss that. But his true colors came out. Now he got to be looking like, oh my God, I was with that guy. Treat me right. I was going to treat you like a brother and keep you around. But you gotta look at the big picture. Don't try to get this little money, the little quick money up front, but allowed you to do that. So the people around me now are not about the money. They're about how big can we make this brand grow.
The marshmallow. One marshmallow now or 100 marshmallows later. Yeah.
And that's the way you look at it like that. So whatever you relate to in that way, that's what's going to allow you to see things in the right perspective. And like I said, the guys around me understand the big picture. It's just like, LaVar, I need $1 billion. But check with me in 5 to 10 years and see and be like, God dang. Nike, everybody had to start somewhere. Come on, man. I bet you coming up and Harrison, anybody running you will be like, I didn't know that was that dude.
True.
And it's like this. You don't even care. It's flattering. But you're still going forward doing other things because you got some other things you want to take care of. Even though you already got so much that people are like, oh, he got enough, he cool, that motherfucker, let's got it made. But you got to leave it to you to keep going forward to do more. And everybody else, I would be like, man, I ain't messing with you, dog. You too much traveling for me. I don't want to do that. It'd be a grind. You'd be like, nigga, I get to go over here and see what they talk about, dog. Let's go. But that's you moving and grooving. You got any kids?
No, I wish I have kids.
No, you don't have no kids, so you can do that before you get them kids.
Yeah, it's true.
Because if you got them, you're trying to bring them in.
It'll be hard for a wife and a kid.
So do what you do first, and then when you got to settle down, that's when you do that.
And when I settle down, I'm gonna breed just like you.
Do the same thing, but you got to.
I'll breed like somebody who's smarter than me, who speaks more languages than me, who's richer than breeding.
Here's the thing: they don't even have to richer and do all that. They have to be compatible to you. It ain't
somebody who's not gonna try to change me, for example.
Not try to change you, but the same mindset that you have of the travel, of the growing, of the meeting people. Don't just gotta come and lean on you. And she might have the same when you guys talk about different things together. It's just like, wow, I can relate to this girl. What I'm saying is, if way you talking with people and the way you move around, don't get no girl who's a homebody and shy as hell. You can't even introduce them. She can be the prettiest thing in the world, but you're like, I can't tell her to nobody. She don't want to go.
She can't. Yeah, you're right.
And you're trying to make her like that, or she trying to make you be like, no, let's just stay home. Let's just do this. You would be
compatibility,
like,
yeah.
You're gonna get that. So that's what I say in a person, man. You don't be like, you don't have to be exactly like me. It's like with Tina, with my wife, man. It was like, this girl is cold where we can go to a party and she can come talk to you. And I'm not going to be like, is she trying to hook up with that motherfucker?
Trust.
She's comfortable in her own skin.
Right.
They asked her this before. They said, man, what would you do if LaVar went overseas or something and just hooked up with some other girls or whatever? She says, I don't even think about that. Because LaVar going to do whatever the hell he want to do. It's up to me to see how I'm going to respond to that. Whether I'm going to be like, nigga, I'm getting the hell out of here. Or you're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to deal with it and just hopefully things get better. And when she was like that, she said, I don't worry about that. That's make me say, man, I'm staying with this girl forever.
That's, yeah.
Because she ain't no pressure like, oh, nigga, is he talking to that girl? There's beautiful women all around the world. I mean, but we never was on each other like that and always believed that two monies is better than one. So before me playing football, I went to go play in New York. The regular girl is going to travel with me to New York to be seen and all this. Tina stayed back while we bought the house, worked. She was a PE teacher. So I got my degree in, in being a school teacher. That's what I'm gonna do. I got it. He said, it's going, what's the name? So with her not being a cheerleader to say, I'm gonna go sit and watch LaVar play football and make this money and spend it, her own money. I help you. I'll stack these chips while we over here. I don't need to sit and look at you. I know what you're about. I know what I'm about. So we always did it as a collective unit. So people thought, when you got money coming in on this side, you don't have a house note and a car note. It seems like you're super rich. So now when the boys have BMW 7 Series, 6 Series in high school, folks are like, they rich. But that's a small price to pay if I don't have to save no money up for the boys to go to college. I don't have to save that money.
No college
and
fund,
I work for myself.
×3.
Yeah, I work for myself. So me training my boys, I'm saving over $250,000 each.
And you're making...
So how about I give them a car and call it we even?
They deserve
Try
it.
that. You just, exactly. That's why people was tripping when I gave Melo a Lamborghini at 16.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Why not? It's just a car to go from A to B. But if you can afford it, go ahead and get it. So now my boys get cars. It's not a big thing to them. They get an NBA. Chains and all this stuff is not.
It doesn't go.
That's why you don't see them like, I got to spend this, I got to buy that. That's not a big thing to them. It's nothing new.
They're probably the laid-back guys in the locker room. Because everybody else is going to...
Hey, they go home. They ball, go home.
Come on, man. They got groupies in the hotels like back in the days, I'm sure.
They can do all that, but if you're not worried about that and you're about family and playing dominoes and Uno and hanging out and being ready for the next game.
Are they like that?
They got to be like that. Why? How many clubs you see me in?
Nah.
You don't hear about me smoking or drinking, so my boys don't smoke or drink. So their mind is strong like mine. It ain't like, hey, buddy, let's go. You got that fancy car. Let's roll over here. Let's do that. Let's do this. I ain't got to do all that.
That's
First of all, I don't smoke.
Yeah.
You're going out to the club to drink. You don't drink. You might as well go home, get you some tacos, and drink your soda or some milk.
PlayStation.
PlayStation or kick back or just do what you want. I'm tired. Let me go lay down, watch a movie, play a game. But I'm kicked back. All these women, like I already told them, man, this is the thing that they there's always two ends of the spectrum. And one is, it could be real good right here and it's bad on the end. The good thing is the boys are young, successful, millionaires. The bad thing is you ain't gonna never find no good girl.
Because you never know if
here's the thing.
They're there because of...
Where do you meet a good girl?
In high school. Okay. They didn't go to high school.
Niggas ain't going to high school. College, you know what she about, going to school every day, you see her, okay. Work, oh, she's a receptionist or she's the head person, I see her moving, I see her, that's where you see her. First of all, your profession is NBA. You traveling around the States. So you're going to meet that girl in 3 places.
The receptionist of the hotel.
You're going to meet the receptionist at the hotel.
At the stadium.
You're going to meet somebody at the stadium who looking their best.
Or in the airplane.
At the airplane or the where you got to go eat. A restaurant or a club.
You go to a restaurant.
Restaurant or a club.
That's it.
What you going to know about them? That's the best they looking. You ain't going to know no everyday thing about them because you're not at home every day. And And the people that you travel and meet, you might see her when you get there.
And I see a lot of these guys getting broke because they married the wrong person. They took half.
Yes, they gonna marry the wrong person, but you're never gonna get to really meet nobody who's, because with Google and all that, they can say, hey, I don't know that guy. Shit, yeah, Google, you know everything. I don't even follow sports.
Lonzo
I don't know
Ball,
that. Come on, man. You ain't got to follow no sports to know.
Hey, I saw an interview with you with Shannon Sharp, and I'll take one lesson from Shannon Sharp. I mean, to the rest of my life. He's like, I'm looking for partnership. Girls nowadays, they want sponsorship. Girls in LA, they want sponsorship.
Of course.
You gotta look for partnership, not sponsorship.
Right.
So like that was very real.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it's just like I said, it's how you look at things or how you want to go. And what I mean by that is just depends on what type of girl you want.
what you described about your love life, your marriage is partnership, because like you guys were at the gym. She was a basketball player.
She was a basketball player. I met her at Cal State LA, so she loves basketball.
That's
she's
partnership
not a
from
volleyball.
the get go.
Yes, from me picking that girl. But you can do that shit. But if you ain't got no drive, and you don't want to work, and you ain't trying to do nothing, what I want you for? You're not a hard worker. You look good and you're athletic, okay, but you don't have no drive to do nothing.
Damn, you hit a home run, man. Congrats.
You see what I'm saying? So that's just how this thing goes, man.
Hey, to finish this,
Yes. Talk to me, man.
All right, we have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in Brazil.
Yes.
Who are maybe like lost in life. What piece of advice you, as the big baller, can give some young 19, 20-year-old person who's not LaMelo Ball,
right,
and who's still trying to figure out what they're gonna do with their life?
Now, what you're gonna do with your life, coming all the way from Chino Hills to Brazil, I'm gonna give you this knowledge. Believe in yourself. And if you happen to have one person believe in you or help you, you're on the road to success. That's just how it is.
All you need is one person.
One person. If you got more, that's even better, but you can't do it by yourself. What I mean by that, let's say...
It doesn't have to be family. It doesn't have to be family, because like usually family...
Okay, say you do it with your family. Somebody, you didn't do it on your own and get over here.
No, my dad.
Somebody said, you know what, I gotta have my son go over this way. I gotta believe in him to send him that way.
Yeah.
If you don't have that one person to send you, you ain't gotta have 10 people say go.
One person.
Just one person to say, you know what?
Yeah, one person.
Grammy, this is what I need you to do, man. I need you to go over there, get this education, understand this is gonna take you to another level, son. Don't have nobody believe in you, still be stuck where you was at. Now, more people can get on that train that believe in you. Later, as you keep going. But always have a concept in your own mind, have a strong mind to do something that you want to do. Not that it's forced to do to be monetary or something like this. Just have a passion to do something and believe in it. Because everybody don't have to be millionaires, but you can go out and fish and have a good time, make a living doing that, meet people, and have a wonderful life. As opposed to being a millionaire and have all these responsibilities of doing payroll and taxes and worrying about people and girls coming in and out your life and drinking and have all these responsibilities. Like, you like, man, I thought millionaire was going to be cool to be able to buy everything. But
man.
I got these fancy ass cars.
You're describing my life right now,
it's
man.
It's killing my head to think about that. I got
you're describing my life.
But it's like that. It's like, you got the fast cars and the nice stuff. But how many times can you just get out and just drive? You home most of the time. We're doing this. You might get out and do something. Probably like, oh, he got that. Yeah. But you got to have it for you and not for everybody else. Because sometimes, like I said about the boys, it's good to be able to buy whatever you want, but there comes the taxes and the people pulling at you, and it's just you don't know who's around you that's real. And you're not going to know, because everybody going to be yes man and doing everything until they can find their loop on how to make money off you. Whether it be the agent, the endorsements,
the lawyer,
or the lawyers, or the guy helping you running your stuff. Hey, we made $200,000 this month, but on the books it looked like 300 and something thousand. Oh, no, we only made 200 because we had to use this for this, and you patched up. That's what my boy Allen was doing. You see, so you're going to get that, and that's what comes with being a young millionaire. Are you willing to deal with that?
It happens.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Regardless, it's going to happen. But it's just like I said, you have to be able to deal with it, whether it be in a good or a bad way. If you're comfortable doing what you're doing, you got it made, man.
I am comfortable doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is my work.
You got it made, man. You got it made.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna tell you, because like I said, your thing, the traveling and the meeting people, man, and having the fun and being able to do stuff your way at the age of 30. At the age of 30, I'm at the park with my boys running hills. I don't think you want to do that right now. You moving too
Live for
different.
later.
You know what I'm talking about?
Got it, yeah.
And then you might get where you at and then find your boy who's like loves these cameras. Now you like, man, camera, we gonna own our own thing, and you go from there. I help you out, son. And it's like, dude, it's like this. If my boys wanted to be lawyers and doctors, you're not gonna get that being with me because I'm gonna be outside. But if you want to spend time with your mom and dad, you better learn how to catch a ball, run, hanging on a bar. Lonzo hangs on the bar, and then I got Jello, and Jello, I said, who can hang the longest? Lonzo, 2 years, 30 seconds.
No.
And then the other one, I can beat that, Dad. 15. Oh, I lost. Let's do it again. First one to 5. So it develops that competitive edge, being competitive about everything.
At home, everything. Even in video games, they were competitive.
They're competitive because when you start, I used to have them jump off a table like this when they're 3 and 4, and you jump onto this mat and land on your feet. And whoever falls, you get 2 points. If you land on your feet, you get 5 points. First one to 20. I call it the Ghetto Olympics.
The Ghetto Olympics.
Running and jumping off the stairs and everything, but I made it so fun to them, where everything was like a game and everything was competitive, where it was like, let's do it again, Dad. I want to try to win. And they, from a young age, to be competitive, but always together. Best thing in the world, man. And you'll see once you get further down the line, and you the best thing, like I said, triple B's, family is everything.
Family is everything.
Because everything after you do all this stuff, man, and at the end of the day in that room, probably only going to be family. So when you finish doing all your stuff, man, it's time for you to settle down and get you find that one, and you had them kids, you're going to be like, when you see someone else in you for you to build, that's what's going to make you be like, dang, successful. You like, dude, my little man do this, he do that. You show them like trophies because you want to put that time in and make them the best. It's a fun thing, especially when you watch them grow up. But time goes by fast where when you're watching a kid grow up, it's like this. 20 years is nothing. And you're like, dude, they on their way out. Because that's what's happening right now. Well, Tina, I'm telling my wife, wow, we sped up the process. Where Lonzo's supposed to be 23, about to go in the job force. You finish 4 years of college. Melo's supposed to be entering college. Jello's supposed to be his second year of college. And that's we're supposed to be like, oh, you guys are here. You want a little extra money to go back to college and do your thing? 4 years go by. Shit, we done sped all that up. My boy's been millionaires since 17. Melo doing Facebook and Jello doing his thing with Facebook, not even doing that, and Lonzo being in the league at 19.
They became millionaires as influencers before they were millionaires as
basketball players. They save their money. Why do you think Jello can buy that place over there? You can buy a mansion when you save your money, son.
Smart man.
You're 22 years old. You mean to tell me you can't save from 18 to 20 years, 4 years of saving money?
Yeah, you can, especially making all that money y'all making.
Come on, and you got your own brand?
Yeah, and not needing to get jewelry and fast cars and all that. I'm sure they don't have Rolexes either.
They got Rolex, they got all that stuff. They love that jewelry.
Oh, yeah?
They love it like a passion.
It's their money, though.
It's their money, but hey, as long as they ain't asking me to buy it for them, they good. You got your own money, you do what you want with it.
Hey, man.
But man,
this is the world's best dad.
Man, talk to him,
hey,
man.
Man.
Talk to him, man.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
No,
like,
thank you, man.
Seriously, it was like
thank you.
You opened your heart.
Yeah, always.
Like,
man.
it didn't even look like the guy who was running his mouth and was portrayed by the media as a whatever, as a demon, like as a such a negative guy.
Something until you come and meet me and see what's going on. And
right,
you're gonna be like, man,
right.
It's cool.
And like you opened your heart, like we were friends for a long time. So I'm very proud. Hell yeah.
We're going to be friends till you do something bad to me. That's when I'll be like, okay.
I ain't gonna
and then I handle my stuff my way.
You can ask these guys. I can't.
But like I tell everybody, man, I'm nice and I'm cool with everybody till they rub me the wrong way. If you never rub me the wrong way, I'm cool with you.
I got a new mentor here.
Yeah, man, shoot. But
and I'll know your address when I come back to America. I'm going to knock on your door.
You better. Don't come way over here.
Oh, man. This is on camera. This is on tape.
That's because you met too many fake people. You come all the way from Brazil, man, you better touch down and see your boy. I'm giving you that invite with your people to come out. I got it, man. But I ain't gonna be like, oh man, I did interview. I don't know no. He ain't give me no 9. I get on out of here, man. I don't do that, man. I'm not like that.
I'll see you in LA when we come back.
I got that. I'm telling you.
All right, this is the world's best dad.
Come on, man.
3 NBA players as son.
Man, come on.
The world's second best dad was Archie Manning. He only got 2.
He could be, and let me tell you this, when you're a father, I'm the best dad, and whoever else is a father is the best dad in their folks' mind, and that's all need to be said.
Hell yeah.
My man.
That's
Much
it.
love.
Hey, straight from the ball, big
Ball Estate, baby. There you go. Talk to us.
This was LaVar Ball. I'm Raiam Santos. Take it easy and see you next time, man.
Yes.
Hell yeah.